Hello, Quokkalings and all. Welcome to this stream. How you all doing today, this lovely Sunday afternoon? My name is Chef Nanashi, and I will be your head chef for tonight. So, please don't forget to quack in. It's time to start up. We're going. It's Mabo Tofu time. I hope you guys are excited. Before I address any comments and stuff, I just want to make sure the sound sounds okay to you guys because this is a different mic than I'm used to using, you know. So I just want to make sure everything sounds all right. You can hear me properly, even if this just sounds far away. Let me know if I can help you adjust anything. If it's too loud, let me know as well. I had to adjust some things recently. Oh, Sea Lantern, welcome back to the stream. Mr. Headmaster of Cooking, that's me. I am the headmaster. Welcome back to the stream. How's your weekend going? I hope yesterday you ate some good food. Sea Lantern saying it's okay. Perfect. Okay, good to hear. That's the idea. Hopefully it continues to be okay. Oh no. Like some of my cables got caught. Okay. So yeah, today we have something very special today. And hopefully it turns out somewhere close to the ballpark of what I ate in Tokyo. So, okay, let me just give you some backstory first before we start. So, my most recent trip to Tokyo, I went with a few friends of mine to a new Mabo Tofu place. Now, actually, in hindsight and in reality, I think the place just happens to sell Mabo Tofu. I don't know if they're famous for it, but oh my god, it was so good. It was so spicy, and I said yesterday on stream that I'm not actually a very good hot spicy kind of person. So this one was hot spicy, but it also still had all the awesome tastes of like everything that went into it. So that is the idea. That is what we're gonna try to go for today. And I don't know why I have this. I just have this sinking, distinct feeling that I'm gonna make something extremely hot and not tasty today. But we'll see. We'll see. We're gonna play with what we have. We have legit Sichuan peppercorn today, and that's half the battle according to what I've done on my research. The door's ringing. Hold on one sec. Okay, sorry about that, friends. Pokefan, welcome back to the stream. I see you as well. How's your weekend going? I hope everything's going great. Yeah, it's just a package coming in. I didn't think I had one coming in actually today, but here we are. So, okay. Anyways, that's handled. I'm sure they'll leave the packages in front of the door or something. But all right. Back to what we were talking about. So I had this awesome Mabo Tofu in Tokyo. Delicious. Hopefully we're gonna recreate something that's similar to today. Funny thing actually, so for some of these ingredients at least my local store only sells in bulk, so I have perhaps a bit more than what I need for today. As far as what I'm gonna do. You know what, if this turns out really well, maybe I can just continue making this for the next week or two with how much they've given me. But if anything, some of this, I don't know if it expires or... Well, okay, some of these will, but you know what? In fact, actually, let's bring you guys over to the cooking screen, and that way I can show you what we're working with here.
Okay, sweet. We're here. And I see you said good.
Hey, it's good to hear.
Hope the weekend continues to
go well, and
on the way to
the week,
everything
continues to be well.
Okay, so this is what we got. We have an assortment of very hot things
on our table today.
And that's
just gonna be ridiculous.
Let's see, hold on. You guys are seeing something. There's two
of
you
just
echoing on
echoing.
That's new. Hold on. Echoing. So it's actually funny you mentioned that, because today
I had
an issue.
I was trying to record another video actually using the setup, and as it turns out, when I checked the recording, for some reason it echoed, but I'm not sure where the echo would come from.
Is
it still doing it?
Okay, some troubleshooting time, I guess. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna refresh the mic and let me know if that helps with anything, because I'm gonna try our best
to get everything to work.
Is
echoing still happening?
What could it possibly be? I'm trying to think because nothing has changed since I last streamed. It seems like there's two outputs for the audio. Okay, hold on.
Okay, how about that? Oh, okay, I see what it is. Okay, I see what the issue is. How about now? Is everything okay? I just noticed that the video capture that I have also has actually what seems like a microphone. Okay, looks like it's showing now. Okay, let me know if that happens again during the stream, because I did do some scene copying and pasting, so I think that setting might be turned on other scenes that we have today. So if it does happen, let me know. Thank you for letting me know. I'm glad we figured that out, because I can actually see it spiking now, so I'm pretty sure we got the right thing, so perfect. You Mr. Sharing Head. I am Mr. Sharing Head, what of it? Yep, that's good. Okay, so back to the intro of what we were talking about here. So, Mabo Tofu. Have any of you had Mabo Tofu before? Because I'm sure some of you have. There's different varieties that you can have. There's a Japanese version, which is a little bit more on the darker and sweeter side. Well, it might not even be Japanese, actually. There's a Chinese version of that as well. There's a Sichuan version, which is the one we're going to be doing today, with these very, very hot assortment. Hot-looking assortment of goods we have today. Pokefan says yes. Okay, solid. Good to hear. So, hopefully today, together, we're going to be cooking this Mabo Tofu, and if it turns out well, and I can hopefully give you a seal of approval on this side here that it's good, and you can also give it a try at home if you guys like. So, that's the plan. Had to get a few things for this to go, in particular too. So, let's see. Today we needed we're gonna need a spice grinder. Now, I have one here actually. Hold on, let me move this over real quick. I have one here actually, but it's mostly used for coffee, and honestly, I'd feel a bit terrible if I happen to use the coffee grinder for something as hot as Sichuan peppers. So someone might be in for a rude awakening. So we have our own little separate spice grinder today. Ooh, it's a lot quieter than I thought it would be. That's nice. Okay, so we got a spice grinder. That is what we're gonna be grinding these peppercorns in. And from what I could tell, they look really fresh. There was a warning on some of the recipes that I saw that, like, you don't want to go for the darker looking peppers. Here, maybe I can show you like this. So that's the peppers we're working with. You don't want to go for the darker peppers, because apparently that's what causes the bitterness in some Sichuan Mabo Tofus. So we got bright red, beautiful looking peppercorns here. Sea Lantern asks, are we going to be using all those chilies? So, no, we are not. We're gonna use. Can you imagine? I think I don't know how this would go if I cooked all of these into a Sichuan. It would be so hot, dude. It would melt into the floor or something. No. So today we actually. So I was mentioning earlier, my market seems to only sell these in bulk, which is slightly unfortunate. Because in reality, we're only gonna need a little bit of this. So, for example, these fresh Thai bird chilies in reality, we actually only need like 1 or 2. Oh, we're doubling it today. So actually, we're doing 2 recipes, so it's gonna be 4. These we needed a bit more of, but these are dried red chilies. We actually do need a few of these, but it's still way too much for what we, actually need. Well, actually, maybe not. It says 6 to 8. So I guess we need 12 to 16 of these. So decent amount. These are dried though, so I suspect that maybe we might be able to keep these for a long storage. For the bird eye Thai chilies, maybe not. Might have to, I don't know, maybe freeze them, or maybe just cook this consistently for the next week. Pokefan says, Nanashi, I'm gonna be dressing like Pokemon. I can't. Sorry, the text is really small. Pokefan 04 for Halloween. Let's go, noise. Be sure to send pictures or share pictures on Twitter so I can see, and then send them over to the Nanashi channel because then I can also see. What was I going for? Oh, we have a. That's actually funny you mentioned that too, because today I decided I was gonna get the stuff together. Well, not today actually. It was like the last month or week. Actually, it's not even my month. In the last month, I decided I wanted to be able to have the stuff to cosplay myself. Actually, wait, that comes out wrong. I bought more clothing to dress up as myself, and to help with that image, because I can't go around holding an actual quokka. And you know what? The Quokkalings are quokka adjacent. They're not actual complete quokkas, but look. It's you guys. You're so darn adorable. Look at your cheeks. So squish. You're not going into the pan today, though. You are gonna be safe on the side here. And hopefully not smell like chili after. Let's try not getting chili on you guys. Okay. Let's see. My prof. I'm not sure what that means, but I'll say, yeah, go for it. I assume this is you're still talking about your dress up, so I hope it goes well. Hope the clothing and all that works out too. Okay, so we got I don't remember the exact name of this double. It's not gochujang. Gochujang is like the Korean equivalent, but this one is called a dobujang, I believe. It's like a I guess a spicy bean paste is the best way to put it. So that's gonna help augment the taste of our Mabo Tofu today. Oh man, everything smells like chili. It's so spicy in here. Okay, our silken tofu. Very important that we got silken tofu because the softness of it is gonna really add to the smoothness of our Mabo Tofu. Some all-natural ground pork. Ooh, I got this at the market without really looking at the bottom, but look at that. Premium section. Wait, I read that completely wrong. I was looking at the screen. Premium selection. So we got pork, some scallions, a bunch of other things that we're gonna need today, but it's all here in the kitchen. In hindsight, actually, maybe I should have done some garlic and ginger cutting before stream started, but this is a little busy. It's okay. We can do it together here. Okay, so got some garlic here. For some reason, it doesn't want to come out of the bag. Hold on. Okay, garlic. 3, 4, 5. We're gonna go for a decent amount of garlic here because we are doubling the recipe, so we might as well. There we go. We might as well start using all these for today. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we're gonna have to do a lot of garlic breaking today, but that's fine. Where did my ginger go actually? Hold on, let me try finding it. Let's see, ginger. That's an apple. This is ginger. Okay. Got some ginger here too. Let's see, what stage sibling are you in? I'm not sure what that means. I am a sibling though. I do have a little sister. Very cute. And yeah, and a mom and a dad. Okay, sweet. So ginger 2. I think that's everything. There's some cornstarch that we need to actually, but over there. Okay, I think we have everything to start. So you know what? Yeah, let's just kick it off. Let's go ahead and start everything. So first off, we're gonna need to make some chili oil. That's gonna kind of boost the flavor. We need to do that. We're gonna actually have to prep some of these chilies to kind of increase their flavor. So we're gonna need. Actually, I brought the pan out because I thought we were gonna be pan searing things, but in reality, actually, I think we're gonna need a pot. Hold on, let me switch that over. Okay, this is a little better, I think, for what we need today. So we're gonna need a pot. We're gonna toss a bunch of our chilies into there, low heat, stir it up, and have it good until it's fragrant, I guess. You know what? Actually, hold on. This is good for our main pan for the Mabo Tofu. So you know what? Let's use a smaller one. Yeah, okay. We're gonna use a smaller one for the oil. Because once we're done with this, we're gonna have to actually let it sit and rest on the side. So let's get these open. I'm gonna open these Sichuan peppercorns first because I wonder what they smell like. Oh man, that's strong. I only broke a tiny bit of it open and it blasted me with flavor. Oh, this is really... Okay. If you ever come to this situation where you're opening up a bunch of chilies, don't put your nose next to it as it's opening. It's really pleasant from a distance, actually, but getting really close to it, oh my god, the spiciness goes into your nose and throat. Oh man, okay. But that's good. That's a good sign, actually. We need that flavor for today. So now we have a little trash bag here we can toss our little bits and bobs into. Okay, make sure the room is well ventilated. That is actually a really good idea. I should probably turn on the fan. I don't know if it's gonna pick it up and it's gonna be annoying in the back though. That's kind of loud, no? Can you guys hear that? Maybe we can open a window. Hold on, I'm gonna open a window instead. Okay. So, that should help. There's a window open. Should be ventilated. Should be great. So first off, we need to toast our chilies, so we're gonna have to prep some. Let's do, let's move all this over, actually. Some of this we don't actually need until much later. Pork. Peppers. Okay. So for this, we're gonna need just 1 to 2 fresh Thai, red chili peppers, thinly sliced. So in reality, out of this whole package, we're only gonna need like 4 of them. That's okay though, because I'm sure further down the line I'll need this. I actually don't even know how spicy this is gonna be, so it smells nice though. Can I actually? I want to know. Can I actually freeze these kind of chilies? I guess I could. I don't know how well they kind of last over time though. Okay, we're gonna just seal the rest of these up. You know what? For now, they're going into the fridge because if I want to make more of this later in the week, you might as well keep it in the fridge. And then if I decide not to, I can just put it, you know, in the freezer. Okay, so 4 of these. How did I end up with 5? Okay, well, That's fine too, I guess. Here, I'll put this one back. Okay, so 4 of these. 16? It says 6 to 8 and we're making double. That seems kind of... I don't know, does that seem a bit dangerous to you, Quokkalings? Oh, this one has a mild smell, actually. Nothing too bad. They are pretty dry, so... You know what? Oh, these aren't actually as... I thought these would be more like, squishy, but these are actually rather dry. Like, oh, okay, I guess it makes sense. It's dried red chili, but... Okay. 10... Should we really go for 16? You know what? Let's go for 16. Actually, I'm probably gonna regret this, aren't I? Yeah, we could do it. We're big quokkas. We could do this. Streamer math. Yeah, streamer math. A bit of a fail there, but we got it. We got it situated. 5, 10, 15, 16. Okay. So now I just have a huge tub of chilies I'm gonna have to work with at some point. That's fine. More things for cooking later. What else we got? Okay, so first off, these ones have to be a bit chopped. You can chill here. Ginger, we're gonna have to do in a minute too. Bring out our knife. Very important. Safety first, always. Okay. Let me think. Should I just put them into the pot or should I put them separately first? I'm gonna put them separately first. Okay, so roughly chopped for all of them. Am I gonna regret this today? Guess we'll find out. These are rather tough, actually. Might not be able to do the, Actually, these are rather dry, too. Oh my gosh. Oh, look at all the seeds. Oh boy. That's gonna go all into our tummy later. These are a bit harder to work with than I actually imagined. You know what? I think the knife might not be the way for this. Where are my scissors? Always have tools for different situations. Really helps. Also, but that's not that the chilies fly everywhere into my table. There's a lot of seeds in here. I'm kind of getting concerned about our choice of how many peppers we're using, but it said this many for 2 servings, so we're gonna have to... What that will make do? Okay, so actually, while this is helping, I'm wondering if I could just do a basic chop of like everything at once. We're learning here too. We gotta see if this works. Okay, this actually might work a bit better. Okay, cut it over the bowl, shaking my head. This is true. But, if we're gonna be doing this, we're gonna still have to use a knife like this, right? So, oh no. Okay. Interesting thing, the seeds are actually making it fly everywhere. So, we're gonna just try our very best to cut this into manageable pieces. This might actually be better just going straight into the blender, in all honesty. It's a lot of seeds. Betsy, be careful not to chop your hand. I will try not to. I have some training in this after all. So, ideally, it shouldn't, but sometimes accidents happen in the kitchen, and they do. Recently, I got my finger, actually. What was it too? I think I was chopping some chives, and I was going a bit maybe I was going a bit too fast. Okay, so it does say roughly chopped, but the thing is, I think just to make it neater and more consistent, you can use a pair of scissors if you'd like. And actually, I think that's what I'm going to do next time around, because while this is rather fun to do, there are chili seeds just kind of flying everywhere. Let's see. Oh, Felix is here. Hello to you, Felix. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. It's nice seeing you again. How's your weekend going? We're making Mabo Tofu today. And so far, step 1 has been rather challenging already, because these chilies have kind of a weird texture where they don't want to catch on the knife. Like I mentioned, they're dry, so it's just kind of flying everywhere, right? So just gotta be a bit careful. Oh man, it's everywhere. I wasn't expecting. So my motto for cooking usually is just kind of like to keep everything clean, so you have to clean up less later. But these chilies, step 1 is already making this pretty hard. Am I gonna regret this? Maybe, but we'll do what we can. Yeah, the scissors, okay, so for sure next time, Quokkalings, if you ever do this, and you have the same kind of qualities of dried red chili peppers like me, definitely go for scissors. I think they work a lot better, and it's a lot cleaner than the chef knife method, unfortunately. That being said, I think this actually would not be too bad in the spice grinder too. If you're going just for a rough cut, I think it should be fine. Never! Welcome to the stream. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the Quokkalings squad. My name is Chef Nanashi. Your head chef for today. Don't forget to quack in. And yeah, we're making some Mabo Tofu today. Have you ever had Mabo Tofu before? Welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy your stay here. Quokkalings, give him a good greeting. It is nice to meet a new friend after all, right? Let's see. I'm doing good. I'm in Orlando. Oh, Orlando? Let's go. What are you doing in Orlando? Whatever you're doing, I hope you're having fun and eating some nice food. In fact, tell me what you've eaten in Orlando recently. I want to know the local delicacies. Or, you know what, just in general what you're eating. It doesn't even have to be a local delicacy. Everything is flying everywhere. Let's fix this a little. Okay. I think that will do for a rough cut. That's pretty much rough cut, I think, for our chilies. And then we can adjust this for the next time. For how finely cut we want it. Because this is our first time making this Mabo Tofu anyways, so we're gonna have to test things and adjust as needed, right? Cooking is an art after all. Very specific to the individuals who make it. Okay. Don't worry, I cleaned up everything before we did this, so everything that should be going into the Mabo Tofu should be chilies. Let's see. Never in my life have I seen you before, Pokevent says. Oh, you mean never? Nice joke. Let's see. I don't know what this is, Lo, but I'm loving this stream. I got it, Lo. Oh, I'm glad to hear that you're loving it. I'm mainly a chef VTuber, so if you're into like making things and you know, learning how to make new things, I'm hopefully your guy. Feel free to, you know, sub, like, join us for further streams. I do play games too, so if you like games, also for you. Okay, so this one says thinly sliced, and I think we're going. This is far easier to cut versus the other one. So for those who are learning how to cook too, for your knife, it's a pretty good idea to get one that's shaped like this. One pretty big size too. This is maybe roughly a foot in size. It's like a 12-inch knife. Gives you a lot of real estate to cut, especially for something like this. You can use the tip of the blade to touch the top of your board, and you can kind of use it as a guide. So you just kind of push down and slide, and you can continue the motion pretty easily with a knife like this. And that gets you like pretty roughly thin chilies. Ooh, it's looking really red. This is dangerous, guys. This is gonna be really spicy. I have this distinct feeling. Okay, we don't need that. Can finish this one up a little bit. There might be some regrets this stream. I'm cooking something incredibly spicy as a person who is not so good with spicy food. But I really want to get the same flavor as I did the Mabo Tofu I had in Tokyo, so we're gonna try. Darn it. But yeah, welcome Never. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Felix says going to Disney World. Oh, let's go. Disney's awesome. Pokemon says, what's Disney World? I never heard of it. It's like an amusement park for adults and children. Is it still called the happiest place on earth? I think it's still the happiest place on earth, as long as you know, you just have fun going there. But I hope you enjoy your trip there. I've never been to the Orlando one, actually. Or actually, that's not true. I've been to it, but I was really young, so I don't actually remember that much, which is kind of sad. It'll be fine, Michael says. Will it, though? Will the Mabo Tofu be fine? I feel like I'm gonna be shriveled up at the end of this stream. Okay, so next off, this next step is important because we're gonna be making the chili oil. Now, the oil itself and these peppers are very prone to burning. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna actually start using this pan in a low heat. We're gonna use some oil. We're gonna toss some oil in there, just, you know, general cooking oil. We're gonna stir in the peppers, give it a little toss. They're gonna become fragrant in like 5 minutes, and after that, that's just it for the oil. At least we're gonna need that oil for the rest of the cooking later. Ooh, that almost fell off the table. So we're gonna get some oil here. So we're gonna need a cup here. It's falling onto my knife. Maybe I could have been a bit smarter about moving that around. Might have to wash that off a little. Okay. So 1 cup of oil. You know what, I might have to clean this up real quick because I don't want it to get all over the place. Let's see. What's world? Who are you? Where am I? What am I? You're a Quokkaling. You're a friend. Don't forget that. You're always friend. Okay. We have a slight problem with the oil that's on my knife because I don't want the... Well, actually, no, we do want that with the chilies, I suppose. Okay, so first off, we gotta actually arm our little stove here. Onto very low heat, which is a bit tricky on a burner like this, but fine tune it. There you go. Okay, so that's gonna heat up. We're gonna add the peppers, stir. It should turn red. And in fact, let me turn you guys over to the other big burn here. Oh, where did the chat go? Hold up. Let me turn that on. That's not on. Hold on. Let me add you guys back into here. There we go. Okay, sweet. So you guys are back. Wonderful. Okay, hold on. I see your questions. Let me just clean this up real quickly so we don't get into trouble with oil later. This is gonna be a bit tricky to clean up for later. I could just wash this off in a minute, actually. Okay, getting heated. The Mabo Tofu will be fine. I don't know about you after eating it though. This is fair. Those are both very good points. At least as long as the Mabo Tofu ends up good, I suppose, right? Who cares how Nanashi is after eating the Mabo Tofu from hell. Okay. So that's gonna be our chilies. That's gonna go into the oil. And you know, just toss it in now. Okay, so this is gonna be our chili oil. That's gonna be kind of part of the basis of our Mabo Tofu. Never I see your question. Something just dropped, hold on. Never asks, what made you decide to do cooking streams? Cooking is something that I really love and enjoy. And as far as I've seen, actually, I don't know that many. There's a few out there. But I don't know that many chef VTubers out in the world. So I don't know, I just wanted to be part of the VTuber world, and I figured why not use my cooking skills for it, because I love cooking. So hopefully I can teach you guys how to learn and make different kind of things, and that would actually honestly make me quite happy. My dream eventually would be to own a food truck and go around with the VTuber again, you know, make people food all over the states where I am, or even the world if it worked out somehow that way. But that's pretty far off. Right now we're just a humble little Quokkaling. We're still in the start of our journey, so we're here to continue to make it to that point, though. Whether it's with I don't know, like an agency or just myself. Thanks for the question. Nana, do you know Pomni? Pomni? I'm not sure who Pomni is. Who is Pomni? And actually, while that is heating up, two things that are important for that. I need to stir it every so while. And I also need to don't mind the noise. You're gonna give this a stir every so while. Get those lovely chili oils going. Fire should be good. Okay. Let that heat up for a little bit. I think we're gonna wash the board while we're at it too, so that we're clean for the next steps that we need to do. Let's see. Never asked, is there a logo you would like to use? A logo for me in my kitchen? I do have one. It's on my channel on YouTube. That is the one I'm currently using. But if you feel like ever making one ever and would like to share it with me, I would love to see it. I'm always up for seeing fan art and you know, my Quokkaling creations. So it's, usually in that regard, I'm love seeing your food. But if you're down to make art and like art and logos for me, I'd love to see them. Feel free to do your thing. Let's see, from the Amazing Digital Circus. Oh shoot, I didn't put a timer for this. Hold on. It's got to go by smell then. It sets until fragrant, so we have to wait a tiny bit, I guess. Okay, at the moment, I think it was probably like 2 or 3 minutes. We still have like maybe a minute or two left. Some of the chili bits are still here. Give me a second, I'm gonna wash some of this so we're ready for part 2. Also, so that the chili oils that are very red don't stain my cutting board. Okay, let's get this over here real quick. Never, do you do any cooking yourself? In fact, any Quokkalings here who've cooked recently, tell me what you've made. I'd love to hear. And if anything, if you guys ever have anything you want me to cook, let me know, because I'm always taking suggestions. Okay. Cutting board's ready. Let's put it back into view. Noise. Okay. These are going to be a bit messy because of all the seeds that flew off during the dry cut, but should be okay. Let's see. Give this another stir. Maybe the smell test actually. Getting there. Not quite super fragrant yet, but it's getting there. Let's see, from the Amazing Digital Circus. I can't say I do know them. Sorry to say, Poke fan, but I can take a look into them later though. Okay, it's starting to get to a point where it's simmering, so I think we're getting to the right point. Never says nope, I don't cook. That's okay. Well, hopefully I'm here to help you, help inspire you to cook, especially if there's things that you really want to make or like your favorite foods that you want to ever have. And I don't know if you ever wanted to cook them. So cooking is fun to me. It's like I can't do like general art. I can't draw. I can't do animation. I can program for games once in a while, but this is my way of being creative in the world, I suppose, you know? It's fun. Okay, so we're gonna need the ginger next. Ginger... 3 tablespoons, so we actually need 6. Gonna have to kind of roughly guess though. Gonna go with this. That should be roughly okay. This should be roughly like 6 tablespoons, I think. Okay, be careful not to let this burn. That's very important. We don't want a bitter Mabo Tofu. Is there anything you ever wanted to try cooking, never? Okay, it's getting there to fragrancy at least. Just a tiny bit. We are gonna put this ginger wrapped up and back in the fridge because we don't need it at this time. Actually, I hope not, at least. Let's see. Is there a set time when you stream or is it random? Recently it's been pretty random. I have a new position I'm working in, and it kind of keeps me on my toes. I guess it's the best way to put it. As far as its schedule goes. So recently the schedule has been stabilizing though, so what I'm hoping to do is continue with Saturday streams. I start working earlier, I think in a week or 2, and from there I get home a lot earlier. So the idea is hopefully afternoon streams once that is going in. All of my times are usually on Pacific time, so you're looking at maybe, I'd say probably like 6-ish Pacific time is usually when I stream. Other than that, I mean, unless barring the schedule being more and more, I guess, more random, which in turn makes my streaming random, it should be relatively consistent now. Saturday streams and every so while some afternoon streams. That I have to kind of figure out once I start, you know, coming back home earlier, so I can decide when a good time to go is, but that's the plan. Okay, so I think that should be a relatively nice and good color for our oil. That's roughly like 5 minutes, right? I'd say. So we're gonna put that on the side. We're gonna need that later for the rest of the recipe. It just fell over right behind me. Nothing spilled though. Okay, so next off we're gonna need some ginger and some garlic. That's gonna be put into some more oil, which we're gonna put in this pot. And this will be the start of pretty much everything. That's where our meat is gonna go into. Pokepen asks, Nana, can I make fan art of you? Of course you can make fan art of me. I love seeing fan art. Feel free to do so, and if ever, post it on Twitter, post it on the Discord, anywhere really. Never says, I can't join Saturdays, but I'll do my best. Well, I appreciate the effort, Never. You know, the whole idea of this stream is to be chill, just to have fun, and enjoy each other's company. So, you know, don't ever feel obligated to, you know, make every single stream. It's kind of unhealthy too for for people too. So as much as I would love it, but feel free to jump in on streams that you can make, and I'm always happy to see familiar faces. So, you know, pop in when you can. And yeah, I of course appreciate your support. I am looking around right now. You might notice me looking around. I need a spoon to shave these. Oh, here we are. For some reason, my spoons got moved. Okay, so for ginger, very easy way to take off the skin, which we don't necessarily need. I'm gonna put my trash bag here so it's a little easier. Take a spoon. It's just a metal spoon, preferably. It's just enough to be able to just kind of scrape over and take out the bits of the ginger. So if you do it right, it should end up like that. And that's all the skin you really need off of the ginger. Really satisfying to do when you have a little bit of time to, I don't know, peel some ginger. There you go, look at that. Looking a lot cleaner. We don't want the root bits in our Mabo Tofu after all, so let's do our best to do everything here. Let's see, YouTube link. Is that a YouTube link? I'm not sure what you're saying there. Don't worry, I never stay up late. Get it? No, it's because his name is Never. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna need, from what I can tell, a few tablespoons of ginger. So we're gonna peel all this off first before we decide to give it a mince. Normally at the restaurant, actually, what we do is we use a, it's not a same skin, it's like a, it's kind of called that tool. It's similar to the same skin tool that you use for wasabi, but it's like a metal one, you know, for general grating. It's a grater. We use the grater to make this really fine, I guess, mush of ginger. And you know, it's easier to cook with it. Well, it depends on your needs, right? Today we're just making Mabo Tofu. I don't think we need it so fine that it just disintegrates into the dish. So we're just gonna go for a rough chop instead for this. Lol, you're on a roll, Poke. He's a jokester, that one. You know what? Quokkalings, while I'm grinding this, since we're on the topic, give me your best dad jokes. You don't have to be a dad to make dad jokes. I just want to hear them. Go. I believe. Make me laugh. I know one or two of you have a dad joke or two that would make me laugh. You should never give up. Also true. Hold on, sorry. 1 second. Oh my god, what are the chances? Ow! Okay. That's never happened to me in the kitchen either. Until now. So I might have just flung some ginger juice into my eye. That kind of hurt. Oh, it's itchy. No, my eye's itchy. Gave it a pretty good rinse though. Maybe I'll rinse it off after this one again. Hopefully ginger is not bad for the eyeballs with ginger juice. Oh, you guys ever seen that meme of like the parent cutting up some chilies in the kitchen, and then their kid comes in like crying, like they did something, like I don't know, maybe they fell down the stairs or something, and the parent's like, "Oh no, what happened?" And then she goes from the cutting board, from cutting chilies, into grabbing their face and eyes and trying to wipe their tears. Real cute and all, but she also forgot that she was just handling chilies a moment ago. So it gets into the kid's eyes, and the kid starts like crying harder because now there's chili in his eyeballs too. That should be something we should draw for the Quokkalings. That's a good chef meme. Maybe if someone of you is so artistically inclined, I'd love to see that fully drawn with the Quokkalings. Well, maybe I'll get someone to commission it too. Okay. That ginger is still stinging my eyes. Hold on, I need to wash my eyeballs again. Never expected ginger to sting like that in the eyeball. Okay, ginger and eyeballs. You got that's something new. Never thought I'd expect to have that happen, but here we are. Okay. Paper towels to wipe off the eyeballs. Very good. I feel kind of targeted. Yeah. If you want him to stop, feel free to let him know to stop. Always feel free to speak your mind in the chat. We're here chilling. We are a very chill community, and that's what I aim to have here too. So, never did I poop in the sink. Nana will never be mad. I never get mad. It's pretty hard to get me mad, honestly. Never asked, are you okay? I'm okay. Thanks for asking. I guess we'll continue this. I've never had ginger juice fly into my eye before while peeling it, so that's a pretty new experience for me as well. At least it wasn't chili juice. If it was chili juice, we'd be having I imagine, a very different conversation right now. About the condition of my eyeballs. So unfortunately for this, ginger is a little bit harder to work with as far as making it into a fine paste, as far as I know so far. At least with garlic, you can at least mash it with the back of your blade to make it more of a paste. But here we're just gonna have to give it a good old run through of some cuts, I guess is just the best way to put it. Good night, Nana. I have to go sleep. Oh, good night, Poke. Thanks for joining me on the stream and making the jokes. If you ever make that fan art, would definitely love to see it. So feel free to drop it anytime in on YouTube or the channels on Discord. Have a good night. Never says good night, Poke, and Poke says never. You can have a good night. Come on. Just because his name is Never. Okay, so this is another reason why, if you're ever starting to become a chef, or like if you want to start cooking in the kitchen, It was weird for me at first too, but I highly recommend getting a big blade like this. A chef's knife. At first I thought going smaller and compact would be more convenient, but as it turns out, having a really long knife for general tasks like this is incredibly convenient. And once you learn how to use it, it's like indispensable in the kitchen. Is there a Discord link? There is! Let me see if I can get it for you real quick. Hold up. Everything's gonna smell like ginger when I touch everything. Let's see. For the Discord link, for those who are interested in joining, if I could just find the link, you can join us here. That should work for the next few days, so if ever, feel free to join us on the server. We're a small community, but we're pretty chill, so if you like the small chill communities, that's us. Feel free to join. Okay, so let me put everything back to the right screens actually, because I only have so many screens here. Don't forget to never give up on your dreams. Yeah, words to live by. I want to get to my dream state. It'd be nice. Right now. So actually, funny enough, I mentioned that I was doing videos earlier today. And it's actually not saying who, because, you know, if it somehow happens where they want to take me, it's gonna change, I guess, how I stream, because I can't exactly say who I am there. But if it happens, I decided to make a 5-minute introduction video of me cooking so that I can go ahead and send it to them. Who knows where this goes? I'd love for them to check out what I made and hopefully impress them with what I made. But it does need a bit of editing still, that video, so we'll get there. In hindsight, maybe I should have used the... not the grinder, the... oh my gosh, why can't I remember what it is right now? I keep remembering it at the start, the shark skin, because it's just the easiest way to remember it. It's like a grinder. It's like a grinder. I heard the Discord ping, so I'm gonna assume that was you, Never. If so, welcome to the Quokkaling Union. You have rights as a union, after all, as you know, you're working in the kitchen with me. If you have any concerns, please bring them to the head of HR and whatnot. They'll be happy to assist you. Or bring it up with me. I'm happy to listen to my Quokkaling friends' concerns. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting to the... at least the fineness I want. So another thing about the nice shape of this knife is that once you have the tip on the top of the cutting board, all you have to do is kind of like a rocking motion while you keep your fingers on the tip, so it just keeps continuing to do a cut down where you want, right? And that makes it easier for these kind of like tasks. Okay, so after we get this ready, we have to do the same with some garlic. That's gonna go in some oil. We're gonna add some Sichuan peppers into that once we've ground them up, and then start cooking our pork. In reality, this recipe actually doesn't take too long to make, assuming you have everything ready in your like arsenal, right? Like your prepared ingredients. Today we're like all the other streams, I'm happy to give you guys a demonstration of the prep just because sometimes there's questions about the prep that you might want to ask, and I want to help you out with that too, so. But normally, at least in the kitchen setting, most things are actually pretty much prepped already. It's not like you get an order in the kitchen, right? And you have to start everything from scratch from then and there. I'm sure there's restaurants that do that, and they're very specialized restaurants and very low customer. Like they can only handle a few customers at a time because of that. But most kitchens, I imagine, do a lot of prep in the morning to have everything ready, such as this. Like this is a general ingredient we use in our kitchen, and having this ready ahead of time saves a lot of time, especially since it gets used a lot. Another one in our kitchen would be like wasabi or like ginger even, but it really depends on the need of the kitchen that you're working for or you know, cooking at. Wash my hands. Okay, next we need the garlic. We check on our sauce. Ooh, it's developing a nice shade of red. Hold on, I can show you guys. So our resting oil is starting to get to a nice shade of red, which is, I think, what we want, especially with all those chilies in there. So that's gonna rest. This is roughly, I'd say, 6 tablespoons of ginger. So we're gonna keep that on the side. Next is our garlic. Now garlic, as I'm sure a lot of you are aware, kind of a pain to peel and do. But alas, do we must. I've noticed though with garlic, if you want to do peeling, once it's sat out for like a few days, like maybe a day or two in your kitchen, like somewhere dry, somewhat becomes a little bit easier to peel. There's other methods of peeling this too that I've seen. I don't know if any of you guys have seen them, but there's one involving like two bowls. You just put the garlic in between the 2 bowls and you give them a shake, like let them crash into each other and the bowls in between, and that usually apparently gets a lot of the skins off. I've done that once or twice, and that's actually worked pretty well, especially if you don't want to spend the time like me right now just peeling one by one. There's the significantly easier method, which I might resort to if it becomes pretty hard to peel these still, but that's actually coming off pretty easily, thankfully. Which is a crushing method. You can use the back of your knife as a crusher to push down on the kernels of garlic. And usually what that does is it'll break the shell, so it's a lot easier to take off and work with. That works, but for me it's a give and take because sometimes when you do that, the shells do kind of end up in the paste if you mash a bit too hard. Hopefully usually that's not the case. You find the right balance between crushing it. In fact, here I'll show you one example here. If this doesn't really work, then yeah, this will be fine. Okay, so here's your garlic, right? Take the back, the heavy side of your blade, put it on top of the garlic, just push down. And that should give a pretty good crush. It's better if you can even stand it on the side and give it a crush too, when you hear that crunch. And that should, yeah, see, it comes off right off really easily. You just have to be careful about crushing it too hard, because if you do that, then all the shells that you get from the pre-shelled garlic gets into the paste, so it's kind of like, ooh, you don't want that. Okay, we're getting there. Just 3 more. Hang with me, Quokkalings. We're gonna go ahead and add these into a lovely pot of oil in a minute, and we're gonna start cooking off our pork. Once that pork's ready, it's pretty much from there pretty straightforward. We just have to add things to our mix And that will be our Mabo Tofu. This one's being really difficult for some reason. Hold on. Also for garlic, this may be overlooked sometimes, but if you're cutting up garlic, they do have a little bit of a nub at the end here, which you don't want in your food usually. Usually you could use a knife to just take that off of each one, and you're good to go after that. Okay, sweet. Okay, that came out really well. So, like I mentioned, we're gonna take off the nub of these. That way they don't get into our lovely mix of garlic and ginger here. Be careful. Work slow if you're cooking and you're a beginner. You don't want to cut your fingers. Accidents in the kitchen happen pretty frequently. You want to be careful. And the more careful you are, the more you can cook, so, and better you get. I like using caution. Like, you might as well be careful when you're cooking, right? You don't want to accidentally maim yourself by accident, and it just ruins your whole day, right? Let's see, Meta Joe, welcome to the stream again. Greetings, Nanashi. You ain't the only one who's cooking right now. I'm making turkey burgers. Oh, let's go. First off, Meta Joe, welcome back to the stream if I remember correctly. I think I've seen you around before. It's been a bit though, I think. And greetings to you as well. How's your weekend going? I hope those turkey burgers are going well. Sounds delicious. What are you gonna put with them? Thinking of putting some condiments in? Like what you got? Okay. Let us cook together then. It is the way. So you might notice some of my garlic has some green sprouts in there, which is fine, it's edible. Those are sprouts that come from the garlic if they've been like kind of chilling for a bit, I guess is the best way to put it. It's nothing bad for the dish. It's just the garlic trying to grow, I guess, in your pantry is the best way to put it. Okay, another thing you could do with that mashing technique earlier. With usually you don't have to. You don't usually do it with the smaller pieces like this, but when you have a bigger one, like the bigger pieces when they're pre-cut like this, you can give them another crush too, and that makes things a little bit easier. Yeah, you can still kind of do it. Makes things a little bit easier as far as making this into a nice finer mince. Okay, in hindsight, I might have made a bit too much ginger, and I actually need a bit more garlic, but I think this will be fine for today. I don't know if we're going to be tasting very much of this, because the spiciness is going to probably be kicking in way more than the garlic taste, but kind of a shame we can't exactly have it according to what we want, but it is what it is. In fact, yeah, we need a lot more garlic than this. I don't think I have any more though. It's a shame. That's okay. It'll be fine. This is a pretty still decent amount of garlic. I definitely had the right amount for the ginger, just not the garlic. That's okay. We shall work with what we have, Quokkalings. Okay. Wash your hands. Always a nice thing to do. Okay, so the next step, we're gonna add the other half of our oil, which is another cup. Another cup's worth. Gotta give this a dry though, we don't want to. I gave our measuring cup a wash a minute ago because the oil got everywhere, but we don't want that oil to get into the dish either, right? I don't know if you guys know this, but oil and water definitely do not mix. Especially hot. They'll make really big explosions. It's no fun for anybody. Be safe. Okay, so this time we're gonna go medium heat. And another cup of oil. Lovely. Let that sit there for a moment. Okay, so to this, once we start heating it up, in fact, actually, I am going to start heating it up. Maybe not as hot as this, but maybe a nice medium heat. Oh, okay, that's pretty nice. In there, we're going to add our ginger. After a minute, some garlic. And then the pork, still fried, and then we need to add the peppercorns. So let's do the peppercorns while we're waiting for this to heat up too. Let's see here. Tomato Joe says, yeah, it's been a while. Gotta mix some salt and seasoning in the turkey. Once done, usually putting fresh vegetables on the burger. No cheese, unfortunately, ran out. Ah, that's a shame. Cheese is nice to have. It happens like that though sometimes. Like me, I didn't have enough garlic and I thought I did. So it happens, you know? Sometimes you gotta just make things with what you got and hopefully it just turns out still just as delicious. Let's see, Kamala 2024 is in the chat. Can we at least all agree that Donald Trump looks like the cheetah dust at the bottom of a bag? Oh, Cheetos? Nah, that's not for me to say. Cheetos are delicious though. Okay, so let's see. Ginger. Pork is ready. It's right here. What were we? Oh, the peppers. Okay, so the peppers. This is the kind of the moment of truth for me because it smells so good. I just hope it tastes good as soon as it's dried. Okay, so let's see. 1.5 tablespoons of Sichuan pepper, so 3. That seems like quite a bit. But who am I to judge the recipe that I've been researched and given, so. YOLO, if this is gonna be really spicy, maybe I should have gotten some. Maybe I should have gotten some milk in the supermarket in hindsight while I was there. But such is life. Okay, so we're gonna give this a grind. Let's see. It says powdered or finely ground. So, and we're gonna need some teaspoon for the garnish at the end. Okay, so. Grind. Oh, I can already smell it from here. It smells nice. Oh, Fanelia, Buggy. Where's my food? It's coming. You have to come back here, though, to the States. So you can have some, too. How's your day going, though? I hope you're doing well. Right now, we're just grinding up some peppercorns. Okay, opening this is going to be dangerous, I'm sure, so let's be careful about accidental sniffs. Oh, actually, that smells kind of pleasant. Okay, so here are our grounded up peppers of doom. A bit nervous, but that's what's going to add our spice to our dish. So let me check the heat on this. Finelia, it's gonna end up so spicy. I need your help. Send milk, please. Or better yet, send me your, what was it, 12K card from TCG Simulator so I can at least look at it and be proud of you while dying with Mabo Tofu. Okay, so let me just make sure I got these measurements right, because I think we might have a little extra. So you can measure it like this. Yeah, we have quite a bit of ginger. Maybe not enough garlic, which is kind of an issue. We will see how this ends up. That card is mine. I'm gonna buy all of Blue. I like the way you're thinking. Oh no! No wonder nothing's happening. I was wondering, like, why wasn't any sound of, like, the water from the ginger hitting the pan? Apparently. Turned off. There we go. Okay, let's give that a little heat up. Okay. That card is mine. You can share though, right? We run a card shop together, right? We can share the cards for the greater good. Don't be stinky like the stinky ones. I'm gonna share food with you, Vanilla, so it's only right you can share your TCG cards with me, right? Vanilla says you want to start your card shop too. I do want to start my own card shop. Soon though, there's things I have to finish first. Gonna send all the stinky boys. They don't send the stinky boys. They're human too, but they forget to shower sometimes. I don't have enough spray for all of them. I've already dealt with them in real life. Please no. I don't need the simulated ones either. Okay, so after a minute, we're gonna add some garlic, and then the pork, and then the peppers, and then some bean paste, and the broth. Actually, in fact, let me get the broth while we're at it. That's kind of important. Okay, some chicken broth and stock for our next steps. This is kind of getting there. It's good. You know what? I'm gonna get some other things ready too. We need a cornstarch mixture. For that, we need some water. Bowl, actually. I'm gonna use. Do I want to use that? Need another bowl, actually. Don't send the stinky ones, though, Benelio. I'll be sad, and then I'm gonna have to send the stinky ones back to you. How's your day going, though? I hope your day's going well. Let's see. 1.5 teaspoons of cornstarch. Let's see. 1.5 teaspoons. Oh, it's gonna be 3 if it's double then, so 2, 3. Lovely. Give this a stir so it doesn't burn. That's very important in this dish. We don't want anything to burn because that will add bitterness to the Mabo Tofu. Bath, been doing that 3 days ago. Bath is good. Make sure you always take bath and shower. Vanilla, are you stinky? No stinky, please. K9, I'm late. No! It's okay, K9. We're still in the middle of cooking, so don't you worry. Thanks for coming by, though. How's your day going? Hope everything's going well. Let's see, we need half a cup of water. That's gonna be our cornstarch solution for thickening our Mabo Tofu here in a minute. So it's just a solution of cornstarch and some water. So for those who don't know, cornstarch water, very nice thickener for things like soups like this, for example. Oh, it turned off. There you go. Very good thickener for things like this. Sometimes things come out a bit liquidy, right? So if you add a bit of that, some cornstarch and water, over time as it boils, it actually thickens up your food. So in goes the garlic that we have. Okay, garlic goes in. Looking good and wonderful so far. Smells delicious. K9 says everything is great. Okay, glad to hear it. I hope that continues during this week. Keep up the good work and all. And super appreciate that you came by again. Thanks for doing that. Okay, so this one, I don't want it too hot, so we'll just go lower it a bit. Fanina says, did you wait for ingredients delivered like last time too? You remember that, huh? Never gonna forget. Not this time. I got everything ready. Everything's here. As far as I know, I don't think I'm missing anything, so let's hope not, at least. Oh, yo, this smells nice. I'm excited, everybody. This is turning out delicious so far, or at least smells delicious. Okay, yeah, we're gonna turn up the heat in a minute here. Add the pork. So we have some lovely, all-natural ground pork here. And add it in. Let's turn up the high, so we're gonna turn up the heat a little here. And into the mix you go, my lovely pork friend. Okay, pork's in. That's kind of high. I'm gonna grab that, I think. So we're gonna cook that off. Break up the pieces so it's a little bit more manageable for us. Natural ground pork seems sus. It's not like Zucosis, it's not like made of people. This is just some ground pork I got at the market. It's real, as far as I know at least. Oh, I'm craving burger now. Ooh, get burger. Burger's yummy. What's your favorite burger in Indo, Familia? Okay, so gotta break this up a tiny bit more. It's not breaking up as much as I would like it to, but we will get there as it cooks, I think. Break up the meat until it's cooked through, and then next we're gonna add our peppercorns, and we're gonna stir that really quickly, like maybe 10 to 15 seconds, maybe a little bit more, but Meta just says, man, that's looking good right now. Yum. I want to see your turkey burgers, dude. I don't remember if you were in the Discord yet, but if you are, feel free to, you know, take pictures of food and send it. I want to see what my Quokkaling friends are cooking. This is smelling pretty nice. So far, I'm happy with how this is ending up. I just hope it tastes good in the end. That's really the important thing, I suppose, huh? Be sure to scrape up the bottom. We don't want anything burning at the bottom while we're unaware and it's cooking. Nice, okay. This is breaking up a little bit nicer now. I wish there was an easier way to scrape this up. But this is the spoon that I have, unfortunately. Oh, we do have a... You know what? In hindsight, maybe using the whisker might have been a good idea. But you know what? For next time. Now we know. Have you heard of Bangor Burger? I have, actually. I don't think I've ever had it yet when I was visiting Indo, but I definitely want to give it a try sometime. Why, is it really good? Are you gonna get that? You should get burger. Burger good. Okay, let me move the mic a little closer so you can hear me. I like that one. Easily superseded by Burger King and B-Mac. Nice. I like... What is my favorite burger, actually? I think my favorite burger here in the States, and I know it's maybe a cop-out answer, but it is probably my favorite, actually. I am a big fan of In-N-Out. Just price-wise, taste-wise, and like quality. It's really good. If you guys haven't had it already before and you're in the States, definitely give it a try. White Castle's actually pretty good too, now that I think about it. That might be because I watched Harold and Kumar as a kid. And it's, I know, something ingrained into my memory, that food. Okay, smelling good. So see how it's liquidy? Later when we add the cornstarch here, that's gonna make it a bit thicker, a little bit easier for it to thicken up, I guess. Okay, the peppers is coming in soon. Why can't I smell the pork? Is it because you're right here right now and I'm not aware? Are you here to take my TCG cards? Don't do it. I know you own a store too, but still, we're friends. Don't take my cards. You know, that's funny too. There's some smells you can just smell from cooking, right? Like, I understand though. The smell of boiling pork like this is pretty recognizable. Let's see, Vortex Edits, welcome to the stream. It's nice to meet you. My name is Chef Nanashi. I will be your head chef for today. And welcome to the Quokkalings squad. We're making some Mabo Tofu today. I hope that's something you're interested in. Are you interested in cooking? Do you like cooking? Always a fan to meet another, oh, sorry, not a fan. Always happy to meet a fan that likes cooking too. I'm Brazilian. Oh, let's go. I've never been to Brazil. I hope one day I can, though. I hear it's a lovely place. Vanilla says you're gonna lose your entire deck. No! Don't take it, please. I need it for my own store and for trades and my own binder. Don't fall for the dark side, Vanilla. We are friends, Foxo friend. Friend. Okay, so... I don't think that's cooked through yet. We're gonna give it a minute here. Let it cook a tiny bit more. I'm gonna lower the heat just because it's getting a bit too hot, I think. We don't want to overcook it, especially once we add the peppers in a minute here. That's when it becomes like the critical point where we don't want it to burn. Let's see. Vortex Edits asks, do you usually eat rice and beans? Yes or no? When I get Mexican food, I do. Sometimes. Yes. So, I'm a fan. I don't mind them. Usually, actually, beans, I don't usually eat too often, other than like edamame maybe, but I do like it with Mexican food, and it is delicious. How about you? Are you a fan of beans and rice? Let's see. Vanilla says, I do like cooking, but my family criticized me when I do unconventional method, which is what I usually do. Wait, what do you mean unconventional methods? What what kind of unconventional methods are you doing, Vanilla? Now you have to share with the class. I want to know. Like adding cheese on egg batter. I mean, that's not too bad. Especially if you're trying things for the first time too. That's not the thing to be like criticized about. In fact, cooking is I'm of the mind where cooking is it actually certainly is. Cooking is definitely a form of art. Like, there's so many ways to do cooking, and yeah, you just have to do it in a way that's special to you. It's a lot of experimenting too, because sometimes you don't know how things are gonna end up, right? You just kind of have to go for it and try to make something that works. So, I don't think you should be criticized for that. That is something that you did in the pursuit of trying to cook something new, and that's fine. You know, that's what we're all about here. Lucienta, welcome to the stream. Hi, Chef. Hi to you as well. How you doing? Welcome back to the stream. And how's your weekend going? I hope you're a fan of Mabo Tofu, because we're apparently going to make a really spicy one today, and I hope it tastes good. You know what? Actually, hold on. Let me switch from the cutting board to the bigger cam so you can get a better view. Oh, that's not right. Oh, this is fine, I guess. That's the wrong one. Okay, you know what? That's what you get for now. This is the screen. At least, I mean, this is a normal screen, the same as before. Have you cooked anything recently, Luciento? If so, I'd love to know. Let's see, Vortex Edit says, in Brazil, it's very common to eat rice and beans. Every Brazilian lunch has rice and beans. Oh, that's awesome. I guess I'd be pretty okay with chilling there then. I do like me some rice and beans, so... What is there a certain like dish that it's called Vortex? Like, is there a name for like a local delicacy in Brazil that involves rice and beans? If so, let us know. Let's see. Finelia says, yeah, something like that. Gotcha cooking. Gotcha cooking. Interesting way of cooking. Oh my gosh, that's fun. Actually, that's a great way to put something I had in mind recently. I'm gonna have to write that down for later. Focto says random ingredient sheets. Go. Let's go. Just toss it in there. There's a lot of different things you can do with random ingredients too, so I wouldn't be surprised if something like that worked. Hold on, actually, let me just make sure we're good here. Make sure it's cooked through. That looks cooked through. Okay, add the Sichuan peppers. Taking sure not to burn it, because that is how we end up with bitter stuff, so we don't want that. Okay, so this is our Sichuan peppers that are going in. Very herbal smelling, very hot, I imagine. Okay, give that a stir. Careful not to burn it, very important. Oh yes, okay, that is smelling nice. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm sold. This so far, we haven't tasted anything yet, but this is suddenly gone up a notch once we added those peppers. Just have to be careful not to burn anything like it says. Okay. Make sure it doesn't burn. Sorry, give me a second before I read the comments, because this is kind of a critical step here. Okay, so now we need our spicy bean mixture. We need several tablespoons of that. Uh-oh, if only I could get it open. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, so... one... Uh-oh. Didn't mean that to happen. Hold on, Quokkalings. It is concentration time. Okay. Some of our pork flew out. Luckily onto a safe surface, though. There we go. Okay. This is gonna give it part of its red color. Look at that. Need to make sure the stove's still on. Oh man, I can feel the power already. Look at how red it's getting. We're not even adding the we haven't even added the standing oil from earlier. This is some dangerous stuff. It's okay, I have rice on backup here. We're eating this with rice. Look how red it is. Look at that, chat. You can see it on stream, it's so red now. It smells lovely. Okay. Got it all mixed. Sorry, Vanilla. I see your comments. Just give me a minute here. Okay. We need to add the chicken broth. So make sure not let anything burn. Okay, so chicken broth we need. So let's see, what did the measurements say here? Let's see, 4, 6. Okay, that's gonna be our chicken broth. Sorry, hang on, friends. So mix this up. So the chicken broth should add a bit some more texture and taste to our lovely pot of what is slowly becoming Mabo Tofu. Look at that! Look at the color! Okay, so now that I'm stirring, I can take a look at what Finelia is saying here. So Finelia says, been watching Spud sell on Facebook. Wonder if that's tasty or not. They should be near Nanashi's place. Have any comment? Spud seller? Like potato? I mean, potatoes are nice. What kind of spuds? Or is it something else that you're talking about? Wait, yo, I'm kind of afraid. This is getting really red. I have an imminent sense of danger here as we're finishing up this Mabo Tofu. I cook anything that's found in my cabinet or fridge. I mean, that's a good way to cook, though. You should figure out what you have and then just kind of work from there, right? Definitely not a bad way to go about it. Okay, so now we need to prep some tofu. But we have a lot of ginger here right now. I'm gonna just put this into a bag. We don't need this. Okay, now just let's give our board a wash, and then I think we can start cutting some tofu. Let me show you some tofu cutting too, actually. So the best way to cut things I've found in the kitchen is mostly just making your ingredient into a way that's a lot easier to cut, and then cutting from there. I guess is the best way to put it. It sounds confusing right now, but it's gonna make a bit more sense when I show you. So, okay, we're gonna need this in a minute. Give this a stir so it doesn't burn. Make sure the heat's still on too. It is. It's on low. Wonderful. Low and slow is good for this one, I think, because we don't want anything to burn. Look how red it is. This is fitting for October, where we summon the fires of hell to inhabit our food. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna add some cornstarch, but we need this to simmer for a minute or two, so let's turn up the heat a little. It kind of reminds me of spaghetti, actually, the texture at the moment. Okay, simmer for a minute or two. So at 141, we're gonna give that a another stir. So we're gonna need to add the cornstarch after that, some chili oil, and then some sesame oil and sugar. That's what it is. So let's get that ready. Gonna need this. Our tofu's right here. Our scallions are here too. We're gonna need to cut that for garnish and cooking later. Let's see. That's a bolognese. It is kind of like a bolognese, just a really spicy bolognese. I should make bolognese sometime soon. That takes such a long time though. There's some really good ones out there that take like 3 to 4 hours to just slow cook. But the end result is just so good. Maybe we could do that sometime. I'll just play in the meantime while we're waiting for the slow cook. We could do like some, I don't know, TFT, some team fight tactics while we wait. Okay, let me think here. Vanilla, I see the hot spuds comment. Just give me a little bit because I need to figure out what's happening next year because I think we're in a pretty critical spot. I appreciate your patience though. Let's see. So after this, so let's ready the tofu first. So that's kind of important. We're gonna be adding that into our mix soon. So for tofu, it's really dependent on how you like it cut. This one kind of fills the whole thing though. So usually this kind of pops out. There we go. Got some silken tofu for today. I'm not gonna waste any of this, so this is all coming out. It looks kind of weird, but it's fine. Okay. So this is a kind of a bad example because we don't really have a good template to work with, but what I like to do, make them into plates like this. Then you can actually kind of separate them. This is really soft, so this won't work as well usually, but you can give them a little cross section like this, and that's a pretty nice quick dice of like tofu, right? Pretty nice, pretty simple, then really quick. Okay, this has to be turned down a bit. It's okay, we can turn it off for now. Okay, so let me see, I need to make sure what we're doing here. So ready the tofu. The cornstarch is next. We need to let that boil. Fine. We're just gonna do a quick one for this because it's gonna look real nice either way. And at the store we kind of make them into proper squares for miso soup, but today we are just quick cooking. If you want, you're always welcome to make it look much nicer. Up to you and how you want to cook. But for Mabo Tofu, I don't think it has to be very nice looking as far as the tofu goes, because this is silken tofu too. It's incredibly soft. So it's not gonna hold that much texture. That being said, since it's so soft, it's kind of weird to work with. Okay, that's roughly what we want. So this is the amount that actually said that it wants to use for the recipe, which is kind of, seems like a lot actually. I think it should be fine for now. Of course you cut tofu square. Why you want tofu sphere? You are correct. That is a funny and interesting way to put it. What if I made a tofu sphere just for you though, Cornelia? I'm writing that down, by the way. I'm writing down that I want to make you a tofu sphere for the first time we ever meet. IRL. Tofu spheres are nice though. You know, it can be soft, very spherical. Sparking says, it looks good. Well, thank you. I hope it tastes good. I'm excited. Okay, so turn this back on for now. Get on a low heat. So we're gonna give it a simmer again, but this time we're gonna add this. It's the cornstarch mixture that I mentioned earlier. It's gonna be cornstarch and water. Letting this boil into this will make it a little thicker. That'll be nice. As far as the tofu goes, I don't think we have to put it in yet. Well, first off, let's put this in. actually, as it turns out. We let that sit for a little bit, the cornstarch mixture on the side, so it kind of all the residual stuff ended at the bottom. So, quick reminder for the Quokkalings who are doing this eventually one day. If you're gonna do cornstarch solution, make sure you give it a stir before you put it in. If you look at that, it's already getting a lot thicker, which is what we want. It's perfect. Just gotta give it a little bit of a simmer. Oh, this is smelling real nice. Okay, so we're gonna let that bubble away, thicken a bit. If it gets a bit too thick, we can add some water. That's absolutely fine. Some more chicken stock too, which we do have. In fact, I preemptively put some here. Okay. Let me think. So next we have the tofu. Tofu goes in last though, I think. So we're gonna let this thicken. We have to add our chili oil from earlier, which has developed some color now. Just as red as... Oh man, this is so red! Oh, y'all, I'm gonna be... My mouth is gonna explode by the end of this. Oh no. As long as it tastes good, it's fine. It should be okay. It smells really nice though, I will say, because of the Sichuan peppers. I'm glad I invested in those because you need to get some really nice quality ones for something like this. Okay, it's getting a little thicker. Raise the heat a tiny bit. Okay, that looks good. We're getting there. Just like K9 said. Okay, so let's read what Fanila said. Hot spuds, I don't know, potato, cut it open, little small butter, then a mountain of cheese, then a scoop of orange beans and coleslaw. Oh! You're talking about like hot potato kind of things, huh? Yeah, those are yummy. There's one in... You can get them in Tokyo too, actually. There's a sweet potato variety, but instead it's just the sweet potato and like maybe some salt. So good. That's blood, evil chili. It's not blood, it's just super hot and red. Oh god, I'm gonna die. It's gonna be so spicy. Quokkalings, save me. I don't have any milk either. Okay, let this simmer a little bit. That's gonna thicken it up. We have to add a few more things, actually. We have to add some sesame oil and some sugar, but I'm trying to remember where it gets added in. Okay, so the oil goes in and then the tofu. Oil in, tofu in, then the sugar and the sesame oil and scallions at the end. Okay, poor soul. Yeah, after I eat this tonight... Oh man, I don't know if I can go to work tomorrow. Let's hope we don't get any sort of tummy aches, right? That's all we can really hope for at this point. It's so red! Quokkalings, what am I gonna do? Okay, so this is relatively thick. I think it is time to add our standing oil and our tofu. Okay, maybe a little bit more. It's actually still a little bit liquidy. Let's see, atomic pork. Yes, this is atomic pork. Look how red it is. Oh my god, I'm looking at the stream playback right now. And it looks like super red on your screen, but I can tell you right now, looking at it in person, it's definitely at a different level in person. I think I can see the depths of hell. It's gonna be so hot. Vanilla says, I will pray for your digestive system, don't worry. Well, I appreciate that, Vanilla. I hope my digestive system makes it out of it here too. Ah, yes, it smells nice. Okay, so now it's time to add the oil. In you go. To make it even spicier, why not add even more spice from our peppers from pepper oil from earlier. Oh gosh, what am I doing? Okay, before I stir that, you guys can take a look. Okay, so the oil's kind of making its way in. So this is where I'm kind of maybe a bit bummed. The dry chilies, I would think I should have been able to take more time and maybe cut a bit more fine, because you can see them kind of in there, right? They're kind of big chunks. But that's okay, because we can still... I mean, it's nice to see them too, but if it was a bit finer, I think it kind of would look a lot better inside there. Oh my god, it's so red. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, Tsukino-san, konnichiwa. Genki desu ka? 今日ね、麻婆豆腐作ったんだけど、なんか、すごく赤いみたいね。ちょっとやばいかも。Let's see. Okay, so now we just need to add the tofu. Oh, about to sneeze. Excuse me. Okay. Tofu goes in. Careful not to spill anything. Akai na. Tsugoku akai na. Oh my god, look at the contrast. Look at the contrast with the tofu. Oh no, I got some on my mouse too. Oh, not my mouse, my keyboard. Ah! Ah! Oh no! Okay, now I have the tofu on my keyboard. That's wonderful. Hold on. How am I gonna clean this? Oh. Okay. Well, shoot. I might have gotten some tofu and some spicy juice into my keyboard, so the only thing I could do then was to kind of rinse it off onto the sink. Okay, that made a mess. We'll do what we can though. I might have to do a bit of cleaning up after this. Here you go. Okay, hold on, chat. Let me read your comments after I clean this up in a second. I still need my cutting board and stuff actually. Okay, so the final step for this is just the green onions. So we'll get that ready right here. RIP keyboard, yeah, it might be a RIP keyboard, but it was a cheap one, so luckily it should be okay, hopefully. Give this a stir, look at that! It looks like it was born of the deepest parts of the world. But you know, I'm sure it will taste delicious and not at all scarring and jarring for my delicate palate. Oh dear. Hold on, chat. Let me get some things washed real quick here. So I don't step on tofu by accident and spread it around the kitchen too. Okay, that should do for now. The rest of it I can clean up later. Okay, is the fire on? It's still on. Wonderful. Turn up the heat even more so than we already have, I suppose. Okay. Let's see. Okay, now I can finally read what you guys are saying. Genki da yo, ii ne, yokatta. That hella red. It is hella red. It's super red. I'm kind of scared. Why not? Let's see. Betup Joe says, I imagine you taking your first bite on the pork and then you just breathing fire like a cartoon character. That's... I'm actually kind of certain that's kind of where it's gonna be at this point. It looks delicious though, I will say. Okay, well, you know what? Let me clean this too, actually. Because if the red of the chili gets there forever, it will look kind of awkward. There we go. Okay, let's put this back here. So next we just need some scallions to finish it up. Let's take a look here. Gotta let this simmer for like 3 to 5 minutes, that's fine. Gently toss the tofu in the sauce, it says. This is true because it's silken tofu, so if we just cut through, it's just gonna break. So let's just be careful with that as well. Tsukira-san, red. 赤いなちょっと怖いこれやばい。いや食べてほしいけど、いやなんかこのストレスThere's a bit of stress here. I'm kind of nervous. I need a quokkaling fire breathing emote. That's a great idea. I can't still do emotes on this channel though until we hit 500, so... But you know what? We can. We can do that at some point. Great idea. Penelia says rip keyboard. Yeah, the keyboard might be Dunzo's. We'll have to see. But it's okay. It's worth it for the Mabo Tofu. Blood for the blood god. It's not blood. It's just really hot and chilly. It's fine. Everything will be fine. You're being silly, Quokkalings. Let's see. 今、東京都の伏見稲荷に生きている。本当？あ、すごい。なんだろう。Are you excited? 緊張しますか？楽しそう。後で教えて楽しかったとかお願いします。And then I'll just give some the red. It's so red. I think it's gonna turn out really well though. It's making some oily boiling sort of sounds now. Then I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. お楽しみね。よかった。Michael says, ironically, chilies are hot despite being chilly. Gosh. You are correct. That's a good one. Well played. Okay, so this we're just gonna use olive. I don't really have another use for green onions this week, so normally I just kind of give it a really fine dice, but here I think it's okay if we just do a really rough chop. Because even if we did the small, like cut we do for like sushi. You're not really gonna see it, I don't think. So I think we're just gonna do a rough cut of the green onions. Okay, sesame oil and sugar, that's next. Look at the oil! It's cool. Yeah, bye. Reduce? Yeah, we're gonna try to reduce it, but I don't know if it will, because it actually looks kind of full. Okay, so for the last bits we need a bit of sugar. The minuscule amount of sugar this recipe calls for that will help potentially save my palate. Let's see, so it says teaspoon. I don't have a spoon. I'm out of spoons. Okay, this is fine. That's not really a teaspoon, but we can kind of roughly guess. That's not... There we go, like roughly 2 teaspoons of sugar. Hopefully that was not salt I just added. And then, same amount of sesame oil. Like roughly about that much. Okay, and then after that... Ooh, that smells nice now with the sesame oil. Nice, okay. Then after that, it's just our... Oh no! This spatula, I swear. It's causing so much trouble. Okay. Green onions in. Let that boil till it's wilted, and then, according to my notes here, that should be our Mabo Tofu. You know what? I take back what I said earlier. Maybe a finer chop would have looked a lot nicer in here. But what could you do now? It's fine. We're gonna give this a bit of a tiny bit of time. A little bit of heat. Boiling a bit more than I wanted to though. Okay. So once this is done, give it, like, I don't think it's gonna boil off actually, it looks like a lot of oil. But once it gets there, that should be our Mabo Tofu. Okay, and we just have to keep stirring into this. Okay, so that's pretty much it, hopefully. I'm kind of scared to try it, guys. I have rice ready on the side here. And in fact, actually, hold on, let me clean up a little bit. Rice ありますよ。ご飯あります。これなんかきついかな。これだけはちょっときついかな。それならご飯あります。おつきらさん。ちょっと待って。おつきらさん、麻婆豆腐食べたことある？実は最近の 最近の東京の旅行はこのこのスポットにすごいの美味しいの麻婆豆腐食べたんだけど、ちょっと辛いといや、ちょっとインスピレーションになりますね。私も作りたいなと思ったん。好き。いいね。やった。OK。少しだけど。It's a little bit more. And then we're gonna have some bowls here for our rice. Let me see. What am I gonna do? I don't have any sort of milk. I'm gonna get absolutely destroyed by this, aren't I? So something I'm noticing too, which is partially my fault, the tofu is kind of melting into it and breaking apart because I think I'm being a bit rough with the tofu. So if you ever make this, don't be like me and stir like this. Kind of lift it up like that and then kind of pour it over. Might be better for the tofu's shape, you know? Okay. I think this is it. On the stream screen it looks like the pot from hell, but you know what? I'm sure it's gonna be delicious. I hope it's delicious. Let me see here. Okay, that's for our gohan. This one's for our Mabo Tofu. Kansei da kamo. Kansei kamo. Oh, okay, so the spices do have a lovely smell to it, I will say. So, I'm excited to see how this ended up. So, got some prepared rice from earlier, just gotta scoop it in. So, for the rice, I made it a little drier. The reason being, if we're gonna be pouring a lot of liquids on top of the rice eventually, well, okay, that's not entirely true. Normally, I guess most people would put their Mabo Tofu on top of the rice, right? It's easier, it's all combined together. This is a lot of rice, don't worry, I'm not eating all of this at once. I'm making it at least presentable. That's a lot of rice. That's fine. It kind of goes. It works with how I want to do it though. So I like having it on the side here. The reason being that I can take a little bit at a time, have a dry amount of rice to combine with the soup, and it's not just all mixed in there already, right? Well, that's the idea at least. I think my spatula, it's a wooden spatula. I think this is gonna be red for the next like for the next month, year. Naruhodo ne. You can eat that much? No, I can't eat this much. This is so much. No, this is just for plating's sake. And make it look nice, you know? Okay. So let's see how it turned out. It kind of looks similar to the one I had, actually. On the top, there is a decent amount of oil because I think that's just from the process of cooking and how much it kind of ended up like that. Could look a bit better though here. Let me get a paper towel here, wipe off the sides a little bit. There's a little trick you can do yourself too if you want to make the plate look better. Use a paper towel to kind of wipe off the edges as needed. You look a lot cleaner looking. Okay. Kansei da! Mabo tofu! Nanka itai so. Oh dear. Kawaii na. I'm scared. Chat, I'm really scared. I think I'm about to regret all my life decisions in one quick moment. I think I'm delaying the inevitable. I'm trying right now. Right now I'm looking around. I'm just cleaning up as best as I can, and I know in the back of my brain it's telling me like you have to eat it, but don't eat it too. It's so red. Make sure you have water. That's a great idea. Hold on. What do I have in the fridge? Okay, I have some tea. I have some tea that should hopefully mitigate some of this. Some lovely oolong cha. In fact, actually, let me get a cup for that too. Hold on, chat. Okay. Absolutely terrifying. But we're here. Okay, it's time. I don't have to put this off anymore. We're here, we're done. Okay, let me bring it up to the screen for you guys. Look at that. Ooh, it's hot. Be careful. So the tofu did break apart a bit, which I think I could do better next time. It did say actually in the notes to kind of just gently toss, as opposed to what I was doing, which was mixing. So be aware of that when you're cooking as well. But oh, you know what? Actually, I should take a picture of this. I can't take a picture of it. My vtuber, my vtube studio is running on that phone. Okay, well that's a shame. Maybe I can make another bowl. Actually, I have quite a bit. This is quite a lot. I could eat this for the next few days. Should be okay. I'm stalling. Okay, hold on. Where's my spoon? Something in the back of my brain is telling me, Nanashi, no, don't put this in your mouth. Okay, this is gonna happen. Just go for it, eat it. Everything will be fine. I won't die. Probably. Can you die from spice? I don't think you can. I think it's fine. I think it's great. You are strong. Nanashi is strong. Strong Quokka-chef. Okay, itadakimasu. Ah! Okay. That's it. It's hot. Okay, that one's on me. I put it into my mouth and I was about to eat it, and I really tried. I really tried, but it was actually too hot. Let's let it sit. Let's just let this mouthful sit for a moment, I guess. Ganbare, gambarete. Shiniso. Oh, Oreo's here. Welcome to the stream, Oreo. Will it taste good? I hope it tastes great. It looks like it turned out really well. From the brief touch I got into my mouth that wasn't, burning hot. It tasted, as far as I could tell, good so far. So, it gets spicier the more it sits. I'd believe that. Look how red it is in the pot right now. I don't think I've ever seen anything this red, or cooked anything this red. And I've made chasu. Chashu gets pretty red. Sambo gets pretty red. This is dangerous. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Itadakimasu. Oh. Yo. Wait, this is delicious. It's not spicy. Wait. It's creeping up. Oh no, it's creeping up. Rise. Oh, it's hot. It's good. It's hot. It tastes so good, but it's hot. This is correct. Yay! This is close. This is close to Tokyo. Hold on. I'm gonna drink. Oh shit! Wait. Okay. So this is actually, I'm quite happy to say, this is actually pretty close to what I had in Tokyo. It creeps up on you. You eat it. The spices from the Sichuan pepper. It's very herbally. It tastes really good when you add it in together. You get the herbal taste first, and it tastes delicious. You get the pork, the tofu, it mellows it out. And then suddenly, you suddenly feel a very foreboding feeling as the spice and the heat suddenly starts to increase in your throat and body. And it hits. So it will hit you. It hits you. Oh my god, I was not ready for that. Where's my... Hold on, I need more oolong cha. I see you guys commenting. I'll read it in a second. Give me 1 minute. I need a sip. I don't have any milk. I made a mistake. Sudden quest survive appeared. That's pretty accurate. I think you're right. That's exactly what happened. I made a mistake, but you know what? It was worth it. Oh, okay. That helped. The cold oolong cha helped. Okay, I'm calm. Everything's fine. That is plenty for me for a day. I'm gonna eat this for dinner, and I think this will be enough. I might actually need all of this rice to mellow it out, but it's so good. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm super happy with this. This means I can make the one that I had in Tokyo anytime now, which is a really nice thing to know and do. It's so red, but it's so good. It's so tasty. I wish all of you could have this. Hey, look, if that food truck ever happens, I'll make sure this is part of the menu. That way, if you Quokkalings ever visit the food truck, you're welcome to give it a try too. I might make it slightly more mellow. I think I might have put maybe a bit too much chili in here, just a tiny bit. But it's not to the point where it will kill you. It was hot, it creeped up, it got me, I'll admit. But the level is just almost right. I think I have to just reduce a little bit of the spiciness and it's good. I could keep it spicy like this and we can even maybe work out making it mellower by adding water or something. But this is delicious. And you guys were here with me this entire time. Joining me on this lovely journey of spice. So I guess that's it. I guess I get to eat dinner now. And suffer maybe a tiny bit more, but at least I have something cold here on the side to eat with it now. So okay, wait, hold on. I want to see what y'all said. There's a moment where my vision went kind of blurry and I just I didn't look at chat for a moment. Looks like blood soup. Vampires would probably enjoy that. You know, probably true. But then they'll be in for a real big surprise when the spice kicks in. Oishii? Oishii yo. すごく美味しい。あ、そうですね。よかったら、このサイトを使ったん。よかったら、これを使ってください。So, I pulled this recipe from a website called The Walks of Life. I ended up with this recipe after doing a bunch of research into the ingredients they use because this one uses genuine Sichuan peppers and has the look of it is very similar to what I saw in Tokyo. So I think I hit something really close to it, and that way, if you guys ever give this a try to cook too, you can have the same taste as well. So let me post this in the chat. big shout out to the Walks of Life as well for making this recipe, because this recipe is fire. Like, legit fire. Literally and figuratively. This is really good. This is the most authentic, I think, Sichuan dish I've had that's really close. So, if you guys are ever down to make some Mabo Tofu, this is the site. It's on the comments now. Not the comments, I'm sorry. I'll add it to the comments later perhaps, but it's in the chat. Feel free to use it and give it a try yourself. Super delicious. And I guess now all that's left for me to do is to continue eating. Let's see, Luciano says, told you, the heat masks the spiciness. It does. The heat does mask the spiciness. And once we got to a spoonful that was not so hot, it was really pleasant. I can't stress that enough. Like the herbal taste of it, you know, before the fire. Really delicious. Would highly recommend it. Oreo says, are you okay? I'm fine, Oreo, thanks for asking. It was a bit of a touch and go there for a moment, but it turns out really good, and I'm really happy with it. So hopefully you can try it one day too. Thanks for your concern. Vanilla says, gonna say daijobu, daijobu instead of daijobu. Yes, daijobu janayo. Daijobu. You're correct. There was really, there was a moment there. There was definitely some concern. K9 says, rest his poor soul, his tongue will never be the same. It will never be the same. It was so hot. There is comfort in the herbalness of it, though. I'm genuinely surprised it turned out like this, and it's so good. So definitely give it a try if you can, Quokkalings. My tongue will never be the same. This is true. Rest in peace, Nana. Oreo says. Oh, I'm alive. It's okay. I think if I look back on it, this might be one of the spicier things I've ever eaten. But it's really good. Have you guys ever eaten anything like that where it's like it's super spicy, but since it tastes so good, you just can't stop eating it and you want to eat more? That's where I am at this moment. Let's see, Otakira-san with the emoji and on fire. Yep, that's me. Tasukete kudasai. Demo oishii. Oishikatta desu. Itai desu. But yes, alright. With that, Quokkalings, then, I suppose, from here on out, it's up to me to just continue eating this. So, I don't know how my stomach's gonna be after this. Like, it's so delicious, but I just have to hope coming out it doesn't wreck my insides. Will your stomach be safe? That's what I'm wondering right now, Oreo. I don't know. Look, I'll eat it, and then tomorrow on Twitter, I'll drop a I'll drop a status. I'll drop a status to say like how I'm doing after one good bowl of the Mabo Tofu. But I think it will be worth it. Toilet bowl. Eleanor! First off, welcome to the stream. My name is Nanashi. I'm Chef Nanashi, and your head chef for today. And I don't know if you were here for the whole stream, but thanks for popping by. I hope you enjoyed watching. This is really delicious. Like, Eleanor, if you're into cooking and you can scrounge up the ingredients on that list there in the link in chat, you can make a really awesome Mabo Tofu too. It's gonna look kind of dangerous like this. I'm telling you right now, it's super red. Like, I have never seen anything this red. And I probably shouldn't eat the standing oil that's up there, but super worth it. Let's see. Oreo, come on, finish it. Watching you suffer eating while eating that is kind of entertaining. You want me to eat this in front of you guys? Kind of feel bad though. You guys can't have it too. No. It's gonna. I mean, I can. Do you guys want me to sit here and finish the meal with you guys? I can. It's gonna be really hot. I'm gonna be embarrassed, but it'll happen. Well, what do you, chat? What do you say? Do you want me to eat it in front of you guys, or do you want me to just eat it in peace and not show you my reactions? Eleanor says, last time I cooked, I nearly burned my hair off. Oh no! You serious? I'm sorry to hear that. yeah, cooking can be scary sometimes, for sure. Like, you just have to be prepared, know what you're doing. Biggest rule that I have, if you ever have a fire, especially an oil fire, do not put water anywhere near it. Make sure you just put a towel on top. You'll smother it. The fire will ideally not have any oxygen to continue burning, and that will hopefully save your kitchen too, and your hair. Don't worry, Eleanor, though. It's happened to me too. I've had my hair burnt a bit before. Luckily, not my hair on top of my head, thankfully. I was working with a burner. I was working with a burner that wasn't igniting. It was some weird thing where we had a power outage and the burner just didn't want to ignite. It happens. What didn't happen before was that someone accidentally left the gas on for a little bit. So when I didn't smell it. When I tried to ignite it, it did release a bit of a big blast. That sounds dramatic. It was enough of it was a small fireball. And luckily I had a pan on top of it too, so it kind of smothered and protected most of it. But it did get my my knuckles and my arms. Nothing burned serious, but they did get singed some of my hair off, and it was just a patch. I was like, oh, that's awkward. But no, I get it though. Don't lose heart though. It's really fun to cook. It's another form of art, as I say, and if you continue watching, I can help you improve your skills so that you can be more confident and, you know, happy cooking. So if anything, this goes to all of you Quokkalings, by the way. If you have any questions about when I'm cooking or like how I cook, or you have any cooking questions in general, feel free to ever toss it in chat when I'm streaming. We do have a Discord server as well. You can drop the questions there and I can get to it as soon as I can, and I'll let you know, for my knowledge at least, what the answers are to your questions. ASMR mukbang moment. Are we gonna have that? Is it a mukbang time? I don't know if it's gonna be nice for you guys to hear though. It's just gonna be a lot of me crying and holding it in. It's so spicy. It is really delicious though. I'm eating, so on my spoon there's a bit of the remains of the oil from the first bite. And eating some of that with just rice, it's still a little bit spicy. It slowly comes up. Gotta be careful. Oreo says, I can't even flip an egg properly. Flipping an egg is... So, I like saying this to new chefs as well. Cooking eggs is actually a lot more of a tricky task than you might think it is. Because there's so many variables. Like when you cook an egg into a non-stick pan, that kind of helps you with the flipping, right? You can scoop underneath and flip. Cooking on a non-stick pan, however, is very difficult. You have to have a pretty solid amount of oil covering as a layer so you can flip it. Scrambled eggs can turn out differently too. Gordon Ramsay has his own method of scrambling eggs that kind of makes it into like a custard. Other scrambled eggs kind of turn out hard, depending on how long you cook it. So don't be discouraged if when you first start cooking things don't turn out the way you want. I mean, straight up, like before I got to this point, whenever I tried cooking anything myself, it didn't always end up the right way or the way I wanted it to. And I got discouraged too. It happens. Like there was one time where I tried to make, what was it? It was tikka masala. I tried to make tikka masala at home, and I've done it once before prior to that, and it turned out really well. The second time I did it, however, it didn't end up anywhere near the first time I did it, and I was just incredibly discouraged after that. I was like, how did this happen? Like all the steps were the same. I made everything the same. Cooking is, there's a lot of fine-tuning that you kind of recognize as you continue to grow as a chef. Like the more you cook, the more you recognize certain things that you can avoid and make better during your cooking process. So don't be discouraged. Flipping an egg sounds harder No, that's not right. Flipping an egg can be harder than you might think. So keep practicing, and hopefully you'll get to the point where you can flip the eggs with like a pro. I believe in you all. I know you all can cook. If I can cook, you all can cook too. I believe in you. Oreo says, what is the hardest dish you've ever tried to cook? The hardest dish I've ever tried to cook. So there's some that come to mind almost immediately, but when I think about my answer for my first answers, I guess it's not exactly the hardest, but it took a long time. So my first answer that came up to my head was pho. I do like eating pho, delicious. The broth is one of the hardest things to make, not because there's just so many different things that go into it and things that could go wrong. And it's a very time-consuming process too, which is why I think it's probably one of the hardest things I've ever made. But it turned out really well in the end. It's just something I probably wouldn't make daily or like consistently because it just takes such a long time. But technical wise, for hardest dish, it might be one of the dishes in the restaurant that I currently work in. Because there is while making the dish itself isn't hard, there's a lot of things happening in a kitchen, especially a professional kitchen, where things have to be timed kind of in the right time. Maybe some of you have watched like Hell's Kitchen, for example. If you haven't noticed, Gordon Ramsay is one of my one of my heroes. Just saying. But anyways, Hell's Kitchen. You might notice in the kitchen there are chefs. I guess what's the best way to put it? They're mentioning times. They're mentioning timings so that everything comes up to the pass, which is the place where everything gets put together, at the same exact moment. So that is probably why it was probably the hardest dish I've ever had to make, or dishes. Just because, like Oreo says, kitchen pressure. Yeah, there is kitchen pressure. It's very similar. So you have to make sure everything gets timed and properly put up into the pass at the right time, so that everything goes out into the dining room at the same time. Especially if there's more than one diner. So there was a moment where there was a whole list of there's a list of orders, I guess. Not a list, sorry. There was one order that came in one day where it was practically one of everything from the kitchen side that I worked in. That was rough. So that included salads, that included grilled dishes, that included stuff from the sushi side, that included some fried things as well. That, I'm pretty sure, was the hardest quote-unquote dish that I've ever had to cook, because there's an order to things, at least in my restaurant. You want to try to get the appetizers out first, right? So that includes salads, actual legit appetizers, so that they have something to munch on first. So that first, that's fine. But once it gets past that point, you get to a point where it's all the dinner dishes or lunch dishes. In this case, it was dinner. And they all have to be made at the same time, so they all come out at the same time. That wasn't difficult, because I only have so many hands. There's a fryer, there's a griller, there's something called a salamander. It's kind of like a broiler. It has a bunch of fire on top and just broils the top of what you're cooking. There's a broiler, the salamander, I guess I'll call it the salamander now. The salamander, the stovetop. I have to manage all of them at the same time. And that's where it becomes a problem, because 1 second or several seconds off of something that you might forget, for example, like you're grilling a fish in the salamander, that thing's really hot, so any extra seconds will burn what's in there. That was by far my most difficult experience that I've had, just because like there's a lot of different moving pieces, and I had to get everything up at the same time, and I only have so many hands, like I said, so that did make me a better chef in the end, though, because I had to figure out how to time everything correctly so that I could put everything up at the same time, so it'd be like that. So sorry, the long-winded question, but I guess my hardest dish that I've ever had to do was that moment in the kitchen. In the restaurant. K9 says, looking at your name Oreo is making me think about fried Oreos, and I don't know why. No, don't fry me. I never had fried Oreos, actually. I heard they're pretty good. I've heard there's a lot of different fried things out there that are kind of cray-cray, though. Like, there's fried butter at Bears. There's fried cookies, I think I've seen once or twice. Fried donuts. You can fry anything. Delicious. I haven't tried the Oreos, though. Maybe one day I'll go to a fair and find it. Eleanor says, just grow some hands like a Spidey and it'll be easier. I wish I could grow hands like Spidey. It'd be nice. It'd be convenient. But then again, then I'd have to pull like a Ratatouille and like hide my arms so that people can't see it. And then that way, like in the kitchen, I'm good to go. Like, but when they come in, I have to like put on a overcoat that just looks like I have two hands. I have two arms. Actually, Remy's around too. Where's Remy? Where's Remy? There you are, Remy! If you guys didn't know, Ratatouille is also one of my favorite movies. So now you know. Go figure. Ratatouille is one of my favorite movies. Also, for those who weren't here in the earlier chat, I have you guys in the chat now. Look, you're so squishy. Look at your cheeks. You're so cute. Quokkalings. Now you were just chilling on the side there, though. Okay, let's see, what else is here? Salamanders are a crazy kitchen investment, aren't they? Somewhere at least 4K investment? Yeah, they're really expensive. The restaurant that I work in is a higher end restaurant, I will say, so they do have the funds available to invest in such a thing. And it's incredibly useful when we do need to use it in the kitchen, so. Let's see, K9 says, just become part octopus, it's easy. How do I become an octopus, though? I don't have any octopus DNA. They're really intelligent, actually. Octopus? Which is why I kind of feel bad. If they're already dead, sure, I can eat them, but like, if I see them live, there's some cultures that eat octopi live, and I feel real bad because they're actually pretty intelligent from what I know, so. Bummer there, but it is part of nature, I suppose, too, but we could be nicer. Rolo says fried ice cream. Ooh. You know what? Actually, you know what? I've had a fried ice cream before, actually. It was more like fried mochi. Yeah, so it was like a mochi ice cream that was fried, and that was really interesting and tasty. I'm kind of surprised it still held its, like, ice cream texture. It was still cold inside, too. Really good, though. Let's see. Who? I don't know who. Who you? Eleanor says rat. Rat indeed. Remy's a role model. Anyone can cook. I really like the message of that movie. Actually, that's kind of funny too. I recently saw a video of someone who also liked the movie enough that they're like a robotics expert. They made like a robotic Remy, and it's really smart actually. They clipped her hair to Remy's hands, and it looks like Remy's tugging on them, but the way it's set up is that the motor inside of the Remy model works in random intervals of moving its arms. So it just looks like it's a really natural and random like movement from Remy, and I thought that was really cool. Let's see. Oh, early Nanashi merch. I wish I had merch. Once I grow enough, Quokkalings, maybe one day I can start putting out merch. And if you guys are interested and would love to support the channel, I would love and appreciate you guys purchasing it. Let's try to get to 500 first, though. 500 subscribers is what I'm trying to get to. And once we get there, and the watch hours too, that will let me start dropping emotes in the channel. So that's kind of what I'm really excited about. I want to share emotes with you because we have some really fun. Like someone mentioned the fire breathing quokka at one point, and that sounds amazing. So you could get that drawn too. Let's see, Quokka-octoling. Quokka-octoling? Yeah, I mean, wait, that's a funny thing I want to see drawn too. Like I don't know, a quokkaling with like tentacles coming out its bottom. It's the mix of a takodachi and a quokkaling. Actually, I wonder how cute that would be. That would it sounds kind of cute in my head. Eleanor says, "Become Wednesday Adams." Wait, that name sounds familiar. Why Wednesday Adams? That's someone I recognize? I'd have to look it up. My keyboard is unfortunately out of commission because it got chilly during the cooking process today, though. Hopefully it lives. It's a pretty cheap keyboard, so like I'm not too worried about it being broken, but it is a bit of an inconvenience if it does break. Let's see, are you gonna eat all that? It'd be a shame to waste it. So I do have a sibling, a little sister. I'm probably gonna share this with them. I wanted to share this with some of my co-workers as well. Give them a try. Let them try what I tasted too. And then this could be my lunch for the next few days. So you know, nothing too bad. Just got to make a lot of rice. That's the biggest thing I suppose at the moment. Let's see, Quokka-octoling. Yeah, there you go. You got it. That's the spelling we need. The Quokka-octoling. Beware the Quokka-octoling. Oh my god. You guys try saying Quokka-octoling like 3 times fast. Beware the Quokka-octoling. Let's go. Continue the mukbang. Okay, you know what I deserve? You know, I do deserve another bite. Probably cooled off a little bit by now too. Itadakimasu. Oh, it's so hot. It's so good. The herbalness. The herbalness is so good. The spice is coming. Oh dear. It's so worth it though. You know, now that it's not as hot, this is a bit easier to eat. Oh, it's delicious. Eleanor says, I'll support with my 1 cent named Jimmy. Oh, well, I appreciate Jimmy. I'll treasure Jimmy. I've only gotten 1 donation so far in this channel. I might have mentioned it before in Twitter. It was specifically asked to be used for the ZZZ run that we have going, the free-to-play ZZZ run. So, other than donations from you guys will go into that ZZZ run, or in this case, donations would go for like more cooking things and, you know, the usual stuff. But I was really happy. I'm really happy that someone out there, you know, is willing to support me and the Quokkalings squad, and it really felt. I felt joy. It's a really warm and bubbly feeling in my chest, and it makes me happy that someone is really happy enough to, you know, support me in such a way. So, thank you all, as always, you know, Quokkalings, for your support. It's really appreciated, and I love you all. You all are awesome. Eleanor says, in the animated movie, she had an octopus pet, and can easily take its DNA or ink, I suppose. Oh, Wednesday Addams. Okay, I got it now. I got it. Nice. I think I see what you're saying. Second thought, don't feed it to the young. Well, they gotta learn sometime how to eat spicy things, right? Just like us. This is so spicy, I'll lose my teeth. Jimmy Neutron. Well, I will protect Jimmy Neutron with my life. It was 1 cent, but it is still a donation. I'll take it. Okay. So, with that was a nice chat. I appreciate that, Quokkalings. And again, if ever, you are all super welcome to drop questions and just chat with me in general on our Discord. In fact, let me post it again one more time for those who might be interested. If I could just find the link again. Okay, the link's not there. Let me get the link again. Where'd it go? There you are. Okay, so if ever, I would love to see you all in the Discord group. It's called the Quokkaling Union. That's right, you guys are unionized. And to share anything about daily life, you guys want to learn more about cooking, you have any questions for me, all of that you can do in the server. So if ever, feel free to join. It's always nice to have more friends to talk to. So Eleanor says I'll join in a sec. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining. It's nice to see you in there too. We got a few today, actually. I'm kind of excited about that. Thank you again so much for joining me. And yeah, with that, I think it's time to finish up for tonight. I'm gonna eat some dinner. It's gonna be spicy, but I'm gonna eat some dinner. Sparking says, "Can you make fried panda next time?" I don't think I will. Can you eat panda? I feel like it'd be very gamey. I don't think we need to eat pandas at the moment, though. I wonder if anyone's ever had panda, though. I'm gonna look that up later. It is a kind of a curious question, but they're so cute. I don't want to eat panda. Though I suppose, you know what? Okay, I will try most things once, and then I could decide from there. It's part of like who I am, right? If I'm a chef, I should be able to eat something once, and just know how it tastes. So if it's done in a legal and legally sound way, I will give it a try. But in most cases, things like that, I think it's okay. Rollout says, if you can figure out the rigging for it, you can transition from cooking with Nanashi to mukbang with Nanashi. Do you guys want to hear that? I don't know. I don't know if my voice is at that point where I can do mukbangs, but if you guys are interested, you know what? Continue to support the channel and we can talk about it. We can figure it out. I appreciate your vote of confidence, though, Rolo. K9 says, people eat cats even though they're cute. I don't see a problem. This is true, but there's some things that are socially acceptable to eat and some things that are not. And, again, I'll try something once, as long as it's done in a humane and, legally okay way, but I'm unfortunately of the mind where I don't think I need to eat cat or dogs anytime soon. Or pandas, for that matter. In fact, actually, one more question before we finish up the stream here. What are the weirdest things you guys have ever eaten? For me, and I don't think I'm ever gonna get close to eating it again, now that I know what it is. There is this Filipino dish called balut. I'm sure you probably have heard of it before. Balut is something that I tried once without knowing what it was, and I'll probably never try it again. Oh no, Rolo knows! No, not balut. Yeah, balut is, oh my gosh. K9 hasn't heard of it? Oh dear. Rolo knows. Okay, so balut is how do you even describe balut? Never hurts to try again. This is true. I mean, I didn't mind the taste, actually, Eleanor, of balut, but just knowing what it was kind of, I don't know, turned me off of it, I guess is the best way to put it. But anyways, balut. Balut is a Filipino dish of a fermented egg that has grown enough to the point where the chick has developed inside of the egg. So when you're eating it, you're getting it depends on what stage the egg is in, but it's, oh my god, when I describe it, it's duck's embryo. Oreo says, yeah, right? So K9, yeah, huh? I didn't know what it was either. It just looked like a nice egg, so I just ate it, and then, I got some crunchiness and then grittiness, and I was like, oh, what's that? Is that a bone? And yeah, I found out it was balut. That's cannibalism, I think. I'm a quokka. It's not cannibalism. Those are chickens. What's wrong with you? I didn't know. I didn't know it was I didn't know it was balut. So it just gets worse though. Like when I read up more about it after I ate it, I found out that there's this liquid inside of the egg, the embryo juices, so you will, and so that's. Oh my god, it's so weird to think about even now, like the embryo juices are still in there. You're supposed to slurp it up and eat it after you kind of bite into the egg, and like it's a thing. It's a Filipino dish. Like I said, I'm not in any hurry to ever go back and eat balut, but you know, it's something I've tried, and I'm proud to say I have tried it, but I don't think I will be going back to it at any point. If you haven't seen what balut looks like, I implore you, go to Google right now and check out Filipino balut and see what I saw. Oh gosh. I think there was some other content creator, Rolo says, that wanted to make balut with an ostrich egg. That's a big balut. Oh my goodness. Is that even possible? I actually don't even know how you make balut is the thing. I don't know what the process is to get into making that, but it's definitely not my thing, so I think I'm good. First off, also, Craxton, welcome to the stream. Hello to you as well. My name is Chef Nanashi. I'm your head chef for today. We finished up making some really delicious Mabo Tofu today, but now we're just chatting and chilling, so if you're up for it, feel free to chill in the chat for a bit more before we finish up here today. If you like cooking, I'm the guy for you. Feel free to subscribe and chill with us every so while. Okay, back to the comments. Hashtag save the chicken that Nanashi ate. I didn't know there was the chicken in there. Okay, it was unintentionally done. I didn't want to eat the chicken. It was in there. It just happened to me, and then I found out afterwards. It was ignorance is bliss. It was that kind of moment. That should be illegal, K9 says. I mean, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't know if it would be illegal to eat something like that, just because it's barely developed, I guess. I hope it's barely developed, at least. Spooky. Does it feel hairy? When I ate it, I will grant that it did taste pretty good, but there was no mine wasn't hairy. Mine was more crunchy, which was the bones, which was again not something I was too pleased about after I found out after, but you know, balut's wacky. It's a thing. No flack to the Filipinos out there, but don't think I'm eating that again anytime soon. Let's see. I have no intention on Googling that. Yeah, you know what? If you probably shouldn't Google it if you're kind of weirded out by the idea already. The what it looks like is kind of funky too. So, Eleanor says people eat that. Yeah, people eat that. It's a Filipino thing. And you know, I have a lot of Filipino friends, and they really enjoy it. So, it's their thing. Again, I wouldn't eat it, but you know, if they enjoy it, it's good on them. There's something outright horrifying that I will dodge forever, but there's a place that serves live frog sashimi, all moving and twitchy. Oh my god! Okay, I think I've heard of that, and see, that's the thing. Like, I'm not. It's for me, I'm not like that kind of person where I really would go out to eat something live. Like, I prefer if things were, you know, already passed on before I decided eating them. Live eating is, to me, is kind of, quite frankly, kind of gross. Like, it's not, it doesn't feel good to me, you know. It's not, okay, I mean, yeah, granted, nature on Earth, like, that's what happens. Frogs eat flies, some things eat frogs whole. It is how nature works, but the thing is, as Quokkalings / humans, we do get a choice to kind of decide, okay, that's kind of messed up. So, you know, I'm not, yeah, I don't think I'll ever eat live anything, really. Like even at the restaurant that I work in, we work with sushi, right? So there are some live ingredients that we do have to dispatch before we cook them. But see, they're dispatched, right? They're already dead by then. We're not putting them into anything dangerous while they're alive. That's kind of whack. So, like, we get live soft shell crab, we get ebi, some shrimp, all dispatched before anything happens. So, but you know, that's just part of sushi too, though. To get the freshest ingredients, they do have to be live coming into the store. So it'd be like that sometimes. Let's see, jail. No jail time period. Nanashi. Nanashi has things to do and cook. Craxton, is not my first time here. Was here when you were playing Minecraft, but didn't join in for a while. Oh, that's right. Okay, well, welcome back again, Craxton. It's been a bit. Thank you for coming back. It's nice to talk to you and see you again. Yeah, we haven't played Minecraft in a while. I'd love to do that sometime again too, so keep an eye out for that if you're interested. Actually, I think the server is still up. I've been paying for it on the side without really thinking about it, but it is a nice thing to have. And you know what? It lets me interact with you guys too. K9 asks, so what came first, the chicken or the egg? Yes. Frollo says, making balut will vary on the incubation period of the bird in question. For ducks, you need to incubate a fertilized egg for 14 to 18 days, then boil it. So for ostrich, that's quite a few days. Oreo says, thanks for explaining it, now I'm sure I won't try it. And Eleanor says, true. Yeah, so yeah, balut, now you know. Now you know what balut is. You are welcome to stay away or try it, depending on your culinary needs. But at least you're aware before trying it. I wasn't, so I just ate into it and, you know, I found out after. And now it's in my tummy, and it's kind of part of me now. Let's see, maybe incubate ostrich egg that's fertilized for roughly 22 to 25 days before boiling. That's a pretty big balut. You know what, Rolo, if you are ever interested, you are welcome to try making a big balut, and you can tell me the results. I wonder if it tastes the same too. At least chicken is something we do eat normally, right? Ostrich is, I can only imagine, be very gamey. As far as I know, the eggs actually themselves are also pretty gamey. I say gamey, actually, now that I think about it too. But like, how do you describe gamey? Like, without saying gamey. It's just like a, I don't know, like a funk? There's a funk to it. Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it. When you're eating something gamey like duck, there's a little funk aftertaste to it. So now you know what gamey means. Let's see. I'll be back. I've heard enough. I need to throw up. Don't worry. Take your time. It's not for everybody. Food is kind of fun and weird like that too. Eleanor says Minecraft. Yeah, Minecraft. You will now become a duck. Quack. My Oshi is a duck. She's very cute. Rello is puking. Everyone's puking. Feel how I did when I ate the balut. Suffer my pain. You can't suffer my pain for the tofu's Mabo Tofu today, but you can at least suffer with me in that regard. At least you didn't eat it either, too. Now you know about it, though. Eleanor says virtual outdoors. I haven't, so other than for work, I haven't really gone out and done things recently. I mean, granted, what I want to do is stream, actually, so I can continue growing the channel. But yeah, it's you know what, that's what it is for now. I want to continue to grow the channel and make content like this for you guys, so I'm happy with it. I'm okay with it, and as long as you guys are here to support me, I'm happy to make more, so please stick with me. What's worse though, balut or a century egg? Ooh, that's a tough one. Ooh, if I had to say, I'd say balut for me. personally. If you want, Rolo, go ahead and drop in the chat like what you think. Oh, not what you think. What a century egg is for those who don't know. But and for me personally, I think balut is a bit much for me. Though it's probably pretty close. Though I don't know which one I'd prefer to eat. I guess I would prefer to eat the century egg. Oreo says your Oshi is a duck. Yes, my Oshi is a duck. It's very obvious if you know who I'm talking about. I've actually, you know what? It's kind of unfair. I do have multiple Oshi that I really look up to. One's a duck, one's a pirate, one's a samurai ninja, and one's a taco. You know, it should be pretty obvious if you do know though from my previous discussions. K9 asks, "What's an Oshi?" An Oshi is it's like your favorite. It's like your favorite idol, like in the VTubing industry in this case. So if you really like me, if I'm your favorite like VTuber, I could be your Oshi. And I would be honestly quite honored if I was considered an Oshi to anyone here. So, yeah, an Oshi is someone you really look up to as an idol, and I guess your favorite VTuber. Again, I do have several. It's kind of cheating. You're only supposed to have one, but I like them. I like a lot of VTubers. So, a taco is your idol, not that kind of taco. T-A-K-O. It's an octopus. If you go back to my older videos, you might have an idea of who it is, because I made cookies of their mascots at one point. Rolo says, honestly, googling a century egg will do enough damage alone. This is true. You get the cross sections of them sometimes that you really didn't ask for, but there they are. Let's see. You are my Oshi since you are the only VTuber I kind of watch. That's real sweet of you. Well, I mean, that's okay too. I appreciate that you do watch my channel, and I'm honored to be your Oshi if that's the case. K9 says, "Oh, still don't get it." So like, let's talk like musicians then. Like, I don't know who's a musician. Why can't I think of one off the top of my head right now? Okay, say you like, I don't know, for some reason Earth, Wind, and... Oh, that's 3 people, though. 1%. One singer. Anybody. Chester Bennington. Okay, Chester Bennington. Let's just say, like, you really like Chester Bennington. And, you watch his content, and you're a big fan of him, and he's your favorite. Then he would be your Oshi, as far as singers go, I guess. In the VTubing world, when you have an Oshi, it's like your favorite VTuber, I guess, is the best way to put it. Eleanor says they sort of look like clams. I guess they kind of do. Oreo says, so you've eaten the baby of your Oshi's relative. Did I? I've eaten the baby of your Oshi's relative. Oh, well, okay, the chicken? Okay, well, look, that I had no idea, number one. Number two, there are animals in the world that eat other animals. So, you know, the argument there isn't really there. And I feel apologetic about it. So, you know what? They're ducks. She's a duck too. It's not a chicken. Craven says KSI. Oh yeah, that's another good example. And I think K9 gets the idea now. K9 says that's quite morbid, Oreo. Maybe a tiny bit, but you know. Oh, she is favorite. Yeah, there you go. Eleanor's got it. It's your favorite VTuber, I guess, is the best way to put it. If you have an Oshi. And again, Craxon, I'm really honored to be your Oshi, so I appreciate that. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. I have someone who enjoys me as an Oshi. Getting there. K9's getting it now. Okay, that's perfect. Awesome. Oh, I think I hear people. I think that might be someone coming back. No, maybe not. I think I heard someone chatting outside my door. That's probably the Little Sea Star. But yes, this is getting... Actually, you know what? It's not getting any colder. You know what? Hold on. Let me give this a stir again. Okay. So, with that, Quokkalings, I think this is where we'll finish up for today. It is time for dinner. I'm hungry, and I'm really excited to eat this. It's so good. Once again, if you guys are interested in making this Mabo Tofu, definitely check out the link that I dropped earlier in the chat today. It's the recipe I followed. It's really good. I made a few tweaks here and there as far as the amount I wanted to put in, but turned out awesome in the end. So 12 p.m. Oh no, it's getting there, huh? It's getting there for me too. And it is a Monday tomorrow, so everybody, for those who are working, those going to school, those who are just generally busy, I hope you all have a wonderful start to this week. We'll do it together. We got this. And thank you for joining me again for this lovely Sunday evening of cooking. It's been a bit since I've actually cooked on stream. Now that I think about it, the last one being the sushi talk. And it was really fun to do this for you all again. So if you all have any sort of recommendations on something you want me to cook in the near future, Ciopino is another one I want to make. It's like an Italian tomato seafood dish. And I have a few lined up in mind. So if you're interested, please feel free to drop any comments on what you want me to make next, and we'll go from there. K9 says, can we have more Sunday cooking streams? Yeah, if the schedule allows for it, I'm definitely down for that. I really enjoy cooking for y'all and chatting with y'all for that matter. So if you're interested, we can make it work. And thanks again for joining me today. Really appreciate it. So with that, all the Quokkalings in the chat, again, thank you so much for joining me. This Mabo Tofu is super delicious. I can't wait to continue eating it. I'll give you guys an update tomorrow on Twitter on regarding how my stomach's doing, but I'm pretty sure I'll make it up alive. And yeah, with that, Quokkalings, don't forget to quack out. If you enjoyed the stream, feel free to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's continue to grow together. Thank you so much again. Hope to talk to you soon. This week is going to be my last week in the afternoon shift that I have at the moment. So once that changes over, I'll be part of morning. And that should give me more time to do some more streams in the afternoon. But for now, for this last week, I think we're still going to do just weekend streams. So, yeah. With that, Quokkalings, please stay safe, eat well, stay healthy, all the Yule jazz, and I'll talk to you, hopefully, sometime soon this week. Alright? Stay safe, eat well. Otsukaresama desu. Mata ne. Terima kasih ya. W Stream Peace. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to cook for you all. Good night. Don't forget to quack out. Good night, Quokkalings.